Hey guys, this is Cyberpunk with How to Drink. Thank you so much for waiting, and sorry for that weird technical difficulty that we just had. You know what it was? I named the show the wrong thing, and I went live, and frankly, I didn't like how many people were in the waiting room, and I thought maybe if I named it the right thing, more of you would show up. Instead, less of you showed up. All right. And so we are Liz, who plays Cassandra, the tech. We are Anthony, who plays Zero, the media, the street scribe. We are Ari David, playing Mr. Friend, the net runner. How about Mr. John, who is a lady in our game by the name of the Rabbit. Read into that whatever you don't, because she is underage. She is a murderer for hire. And Ari Rubin, sacred be his name, voice of the pimple poppin' doc who's not on the TV yet. I don't know. I'm sorry. I got into very radio place there in my mind, and it just all kind of spiraled out of control. Ari plays Branton Whiteford, our resident corporate executive. I'm drinking a coffee old-fashioned. This is Cyberpunk RED, courtesy of our Talsorian games. Those guys have been so cool to me. I'm not even joking. They liked my Johnny Silverhand video, so they hooked me up with the beta rules that are not yet available to le public to play here on the stream and share with you guys. I have to be somewhat careful about how much I share with you because they're beta. I'm not supposed to share the rules with you, but I'm doing my best. And then in addition to that, I got to give a shout out to whoever it is that I'm talking to on the other end of their Twitter, who will answer pretty much any question I have about the rules or the setting at any time of night. It's amazing. I just tweet this guy, "Hey, what is this supposed to do?" And he's like, "Oh, let me explain that to you." And I'm like, "Thank you very much." It's not maximum mic. I know that. That's.
I think it's this guy,
Jay Gray.
If you go to their site, yeah. If you go to our Talsorian site, he's like their social media.
Some of you might be
dude.
noticing that I have upgraded my cosplay. I was put to shame by Al Jorgensen in the bottom right corner of your screen. I'm sorry, Ari David, with his mohawk and mirror shades. And I picked this up from Starside Armory. They have an Etsy. I don't have a link ready for you, but you'll find it. Just do like Cyberpunk collar Etsy on Google. It'll turn up. Tell him I sent you, because he gives me free things that way. And, oh my god, Eyes of Sin updated her sprite for me. One thing that does make me nervous is he recommends using a battery, and I ordered a battery, but my battery hasn't come yet, and I have an abundance of wires and wall warts, so I just plugged myself into the wall. So if my head catches on fire, please let me know. I may not notice, you have eyes on me, I don't have eyes on myself.
Sometimes you just get really into it.
Oh, Editor Deb is here. Oh, Slushy is here. Trigger Tenacity is here. Drone is here. I'm assuming with the zeros, that's how you pronounce that. Drone. Maxime the 13th is here. I don't know which European nation he or she is commander of. Cave Enclave, Sweet LED Hood. That's for you, John.
Yeah.
West Coast Kaz loves my videos. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for all that you do. Gunther Mogoth likes the gin episode. All right. I've addressed the chat room. I've rearranged my monitors. I have 3 monitors now, and this one in the middle here that I'm looking at is vertical, and I'm not sure if I want the chat where it is or at the bottom. It's tricky for me. I have to make these decisions. The other thing that's going on tonight, for those of you who enjoy a look behind the scenes, is I'm pretty sure that the reason that my guests, the party, their mouths sometimes move when their voices are happening at another time is because my GPU is overloaded. So I'm carefully monitoring my GPU load and hoping that I can load balance to avoid that, and also considering buying an eGPU so that I can just have another GPU and then literally load balance between them.
Do it, okay. Greg. Buy all the gear.
Do it. Peer pressure.
Buy all the gear. Yes, I may just buy all the gear. It's
Spend
kind of
all
a
your
thing
money.
that I do. Hype train incoming. So let's catch everybody up. I also, by the way, I think I've been talking about my new chair. My new chair came, and check this out. It doesn't squeak. I mean, it fucking better not for what I paid for it, but it doesn't squeak. Okay. Looking good, guys, says Cody Tucker. Thank you, Cody. All right, so let's talk about where we left off. Where we left off, you guys were accidentally dead because a fixer by the name of Medusa Jones had a plan to make herself legally dead so that she would be not implicated in the job she was planning. However, her plan went awry, and her netrunner and the rest of her crew died in the bomb that went off. And you guys were declared legally dead because of her ham-fisted net running, kind of filling in the gaps there. You got roped into the job, and she kind of cut you in on a pretty sweet deal. You made a pretty solid pile of cash for heisting some very expensive French truffles from the Eurozone. French truffles, black truffles, mushrooms, for a very well-to-do corporate exec by the name of Oslo Verdina, famous for flaying his competitors alive. That's not an exaggeration. And you stole the car from the club that the other fixer operates as his sort of import-export business. All right, there was a lot of hacking, there was a lot of shooting, we all got to meet a very metalled out guy named Trey who thinks the world is made of paper and tried to tear it apart to prove a point. And when it was all said and done, you guys were, how much money did you guys each make? You made a lot of cash. It was like a 35,000. 3,500. That's right. So you each picked up 3,500 EDs, erectile dysfunctions. I feel like that one of the things...
It's not EBs, it's Eurobucks,
Eurobucks.
Dude. It's not Euro ducks.
Not
it's
Euro dollars?
Yeah.
Euro Deutschmarks.
Careful there.
Usually, I mean, I've heard it as Eurobucks was what they were calling it back in 2020.
I think a lot about and I was tweeting about it earlier, language evolution. I feel like it's I thought it was Euro dollars, and then I was thinking, well, it's EDs, and then what would you record? Oh, thank you for the bits, man. Thank you. Good luck or quick death. Jesus. And I think about how, like, well, over 40 years, how would you change the pronunciation of that? And it's EDs, which is like an abbreviation for erectile dysfunction. I figure people call them limpies or limpbacks, but softies. But, you know, there's a couple different names I think in my mind.
Language.
This is a mature stream.
Man. Let's go with Eddie's.
Eddie's is good too.
Eddie sounds good.
EBs. I think that, like...
The book says
Euro bucks, the official bucks. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can...
As in it stops here.
I have witnessed the birth of slang to describe illicit substances, like, on the spot. So I feel like everybody will know what you mean about these dollars when it's time to talk about these dollars. I was present when some junkies I knew decided that the heroin they were going to buy was called dirt. And everybody instantly knew what they were doing. Yeah.
He's like, okay.
Also...
Greg, I have a quick question about the game so far. Is the truffles written into the game? Because it seems very Greg.
So I'll tell you guys, this is like a little out of character thing. So what I did was, because I've never run a Cyberpunk game, I borrowed the Cyberpunk RED Jumpstart kit had a set of scream sheets, which were just like story ideas. And the one was about, it was the very, very streamlined, trimmed down version of what we did. And it involved a heist on a highway. And the reveal at the end, because you didn't know what you were stealing, was that it was 35,000 Eurobucks worth of Parmesan cheese. Ha, ha, ha. And I thought, well, wait a second, though. Like, that's, like, real. Like, cheese, like truffles, these are expensive things. And I just thought that truffles was a better fit for, like, some fancy corporate gourmet trying to show off than some cheese. And then I expanded the entire thing greatly. Like, I created Medusa Jones and I tied it into a lot of other stuff that I've got going on. And I don't want to talk too much about it because there's spoilers in there. But yeah, so that's where that came from. It was just sort of like, well, what else could I do? I know truffles. So
I like that change because I think truffles are more easily transportable for the dollar value. Parmesan cheese is heavy and also the reserve currency of Italy.
The reserve currency of Italy. Yeah. Wow. Fascinating. So we all have to worry about adapting to Parma bucks. Is that the problem here? the Reggiano, the Reggiano currency standard. Yeah, so
only if we head over to my Italian is slipping. Whatever the Italian
yeah, I
for
was gonna
Night
say
City
too
is.
that that was the other thing too, is that it was exactly that. I was thinking like, well, Parmesan is like many wheels of cheese, probably to be $35,000.
Yeah.
And then like truffles, you could be small and cheap. So yeah, that's where that came from. It was not specific. I mean, it's and then you also found something else in the trunk. And I'm actually I feel like my monitor is too hot or something. Or maybe, is my mic too hot? Maybe it is.
Are you on fire?
Shit.
Where is your nearest fire extinguisher?
Because I shoot with fire all the time. So further away than I would like, but probably closer than you would have thought.
Yeah.
So, and for those of you who are going to ask eventually, this is a coffee old-fashioned made with Mr. Black rye and cocoa bitters from Angostura. And a lot of that, because I failed to notice that I'd popped the dasher top off the bottle when I made it, and I just dumped about 2 ounces of bitters in there. So I am both caffeinated and lit. Okay.
Juiced up, ready to go.
Drinking bourbon.
I thought that coffee, like a Jolt Cola, the official cola of the hacker, hack and slash, hack the planet, I felt that coffee would be like a good way to go for me, being that we're doing Cyberpunk. Okay.
I had coffee before we started, but not during the session.
So we are. You guys all have about 2 weeks of downtime before my next story beat. So you guys, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Friend took the package.
Oh, I've got some. I got some stuff. There was something else in the car that wasn't related to the truffles, and it looked like a piece of military tech. And I took it back with me. So the next 2 weeks are me figuring out what the fuck I'm gonna do with this thing, what it is, how do I sell it, how do I leverage it, like what do I do with this thing?
It's a box made of, it's a heavy box. It was like 40 kilograms of dark blued, BLUED, which is the coating on the outside of a rifle, like so gunmetal, blued metal,
right?
And it's got like a bezeled edge and an inset groove all the way around it, and it's long and flat, and there's a couple of fiber optic ports, 4 of them if I'm not mistaken, on the one top edge, and then there's a LCD screen about yay big, inset deep. Like this thing looks armored when you see how deep in the LCD screen is.
There's something inside it, and I know I have to interface with it, so that's probably gonna be the first thing I start to do and go from there.
So we'll just talk through that. What is your plan for investigating? Let's just call it the box, because that's what you guys know it as at this point.
What's in the box?
Well, where are we going with it?
Well, first off, I mean, I kind of just took it. I don't think I just said I was gonna make it go away, and Medusa Jones really wanted it to go away. She was really freaked by it. So I just kind of very boldly said, I'll get rid of it. I got it. And
by get rid of it, do you mean sell it?
Maybe. And I mean, I'll figure out whatever's the right thing to do with it once I figure out what it is. Someone helped me bring it back. One of the players, I believe, Zero, helped me bring it back.
I thought it was me.
Oh, it was you, Brenton? Brendan?
Maybe Chad remembers better than I do.
No, I don't think we went anywhere with it.
One of those two, one of the dudes helped me bring it back, and the only people who know about it at the start is the party and my roommate.
Yeah.
And my game plan is I'm gonna contact Letty and let her know I need your advice on something, and whenever she's free, swing by my place. I'm going to then warn Curtis, dude, stop tripping balls for a second and pay attention, because I'm about to jack into some military grade gear, and I need you to stand by and manually yank me out if it looks like I'm frying.
You have to understand that is a dangerous prospect too, by the way. When you jack out without jacking out, you take serious damage. It might be preferable to the alternative. I just want you as a player to be aware of what you're suggesting.
I get it. I feel like, okay. I mean, I know. But, like, yes, for the audience and everybody, just ripping yourself out of the net is a really bad idea. But, again, Mr. Friend plays it wild and loose. Remember his friend Trey? So he's going to go try and interface with the box directly. Hopefully Curtis will be there in case anything goes wrong and that he won't get ADHD or something.
If you plan on leaving with it, I'm totally coming with you, especially if you're leaving with one of the guys.
Wait, so I was talking about downtime stuff. Now we're back to talking about immediately after divvying up.
Right, yeah, because I thought we had already.
It's fine. I just want to know what you guys. Yeah. Whatever you guys want to do is fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, what are you looking to do? Like, are you trying to stay in my apartment because I don't let you?
No, I mean, like, I would come with you because I would at least follow you if you just turned around and left with it. And,
I mean, I told you that I was going to take it back to my place. Like, I told you all that's where I was taking it.
I feel like I would offer my help, at least to be there to, like, assist you or to watch your back, because I don't know if you trust either of these guys.
I wouldn't fight you on that. You're the killer. So...
I am very interested on the potential of this device for gathering information and breaking stories.
I would more or less just be worried about like somebody coming to find this.
Break the story, just keep my name out of it, all right?
Yeah.
What name?
And I just want everybody to know that I am fully aware. I recognize, like, I'm familiar with what this item is, but who created it and who would be after it.
Is that what I told you, that you know who made it?
No, I rolled for. I think I rolled pretty high, and
I think I told you that this is
you're familiar. You know that somebody.
Yeah, and that you've heard that this thing is kind of a legendary. That people have looked for the package. That the package is a hot item.
Right.
But that was basically as much as you know.
It's a MacGuffin that you've heard about. Like, it's a big. Everybody's got to get the package.
I'm fully aware that I'm in a story, and I reference the fact that it's a MacGuffin.
And then I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Don't worry. Obviously, we're part of some sort of tabletop game. Keep it moving, weirdo.
Who's your dealer?
I'll put the books over there. I'll put the plot over here. I'm trying to.
I want whatever you're taking. You party
Party's
hard.
very hard. I think Brandon does party quite hard.
That's probably the only time that Mr. Friend would bond with him.
Does Mr. Friend party hard? Is that how he parties?
Oh, Mr. Friend? Yeah. Oh, he does the drinking, the drugs. He lives the hard life.
The drinking and the drugs. Wow.
Oh, yeah, and the illicit activities.
And the illicit activities. My word. My word.
Family Vibes is not exaggerating.
Is that what you ask for? Is that what you ask for when you walk into a house party?
Hello, friends. Where are your illicit activities? I would like to partake.
Hello, fellow drug users.
All right. So wait a second now. So far now we've got the Rabbit, Branton, and Mr. Friend all kind of huddling up at Mr. Friend's apartment.
Well, yeah.
Does anybody else follow them back or no?
Listen,
Does anybody, Zero and Cassandra, do you follow back?
I am very interested in this device.
Okay.
But
point I turn around.
I'm reaching the point where I want to know, like, how many people fit in this apartment? Like, it's
a tight fit. It's a tight fit. It's basically like a studio apartment that's filled with like tons of Netrunner tech and junk everywhere. We're just awful nerds. We've got like cup of noodles, used cup of noodles everywhere.
Bachelor
like,
chows all over the place.
Like the equivalent of there's like Mountain Dew Code Red with like your adrenal drink. Like there's shit everywhere, and the place smells like drugs, like weed, and everything happens here. And Curtis is just my roommate is a complete fucking hippie burnout. And he's also a net runner like me, and he's like half aware of what's happening when I'm coming in with the thing. And basically my reaction as you all follow me is like, oh great, cool, it's a party, awesome.
Hold on a second though. I thought I made some notes.
All right, then I'm gonna stay sort of close to the door and keep an eye out, and I'm gonna take a look at what you're doing and just say, if it looks like you're attracting any trouble, I point to my shotgun I've got strapped on, or if you need any more technical help, and I just like pop out all the tools on my tool hand.
Yeah, that would be that'd be good. If I'm gonna try and jack into this thing and see what it does. I called a fixer buddy of mine. She's gonna come over and see what she knows about it beyond it being the package, whatever that means. But it looks like there's something inside here, that it's a case of some kind, and it's probably encoded and locked. And I'm gonna have to try and break through it. Like I told Curtis, I guess worst case scenario, if it looks like I'm frying and I'm not disconnecting, I know it sounds dumb, but just yank me out. Consider it my last wishes.
Branton looks to Cassandra and says, 100 EDs, his head explodes.
All right.
Yeah.
Double your odds.
Just
I
as an
cracked this
aside
thing.
to the peanut gallery, I was just telling the players before we started, before you guys tuned in. Peanut gallery, by the way, that is my dad's term for you guys in the chat room. I apologize. I prepared a bunch of stuff, but that also
Is your dad in the chat?
He is, and he's pissed.
Oh, my.
Watch out. No, I was just telling them before we started that I prepared a bunch of stuff, but that also we have entered the sandbox part of this game, so I didn't prepare a lot of stuff because I didn't know what we were doing. Guess what I didn't know we were doing? This. So that's fine. Yes.
You're welcome.
Rubin.
Hack the planet.
Greg, you gave us an all-powerful mystery box that will get everyone trailed.
No,
what do you
exactly.
think is going to happen?
Well,
He gave us a big red button.
this is
gonna hack
correct.
the shit
This
out
is
of the
correct.
kids
This is how
right.
to play the game. I have to now run the game. And if I miscalculated in running the game, then that's on me. And that's enough out of character DMing talk. Okay, so everybody has gone back to Mr. Friend's apartment, just so that I'm clear.
Yeah, and so it is in like the rough, like this is gang warfare part of town, and like there's a moment where there's like we're entering clearly the turf. This block is the turf of some gang, and it looks like it's a checkpoint. But then I'm like, I walk ahead of you quickly, and I nod at them and kind of nod back at the rest of you all, and you can hear the clicking of guns going down as like you're allowed past. And I just look at you all and like, I gotta deal with them. And
The rabbit just waves to them all as she goes by.
And I take you to my awful nerd cave.
Okay, so we're in the nerd cave, and then I have to check something very quickly here, Mr. Friend.
I roll an interface.
So you're on the south side. So just so that everybody's clear, your apartment is on the south side, and the gang whose turf it's on is the South Steel, which is a very aggressive booster gang that some of you may or may not be aware of.
Yes.
So.
That's awesome. So South Steel, that's the name of the group that because to be clear I guess for everyone watching, so like I have a deal they protect me or keep me generally safe, and I do net runs for them when they want. So what would you say their name was again? Something Steel.
The South Side.
South Steel.
South Steel.
Got it.
SS.
I get it. I like it
for short.
I like it. Ari likes it less. Filipino Mr. Friend doesn't really give too much of a shit.
So and your apartment list, so we get it. It's a concrete studio. Whoa. Yeah, it's just a concrete slab. One side is probably wide open glass out to the street. You're 30 floors
on the
up,
wall, but it's
and then
like
you've got corrugated plastic sheeting, like wavy plastic sheets that you've tacked up to create partitions. So that there's like a sleeping spot and a hacking spot and an eating spot. But it's all spilling into each other. It's a mess. There's clothing and fucking shit not shit. Clothing and
yeah, I mean, like, we're not complete fucking animals. It just looks like, boy, we really need to clean our room.
You sure do. You rapscallions.
Yeah. Us rapscallions. I mean, Mr. Friend's pretty young. He's only like 23, right. So he's not like these are like young 20-somethings living bachelor life.
I've been there.
And running on the edge.
Sure, you're disgusting. You're a pig and
living in
you
the St. George Hotel.
We get it. We get it.
I mean, compared to you,
and then
yeah.
In the center of the room, on a small table, is the package. This black metallic box with this very simple monochrome green display in the top left corner with a cursor just blinking. Blink, 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 blink. Curtis is standing over your shoulder with his hands kind of knit behind his head, and he's like, I don't know, man. That's fucking weird shit. And are we waiting now for... Are we waiting for Letty to arrive, or is Letty here?
Yeah, I think I will... that's up to you,
what
man.
I mean is, are you waiting to jack in until Letty arrives, or is...
I'm gonna wait for Letty and like look around like quietly at you all, and just be like, I don't know, I got water. You want water?
I would ask you where the bathroom is, but honestly, I'm afraid to see it. I think I'll just go outside.
It's down the hall.
You don't have a bathroom in your unit?
I don't know. I'm like,
I assumed you had a bathroom. You don't have to have a bathroom. I mean, you decide.
I imagined it was like I imagined it was almost like
dorming again.
I
can assure you don't have a hallway in your unit, but you're allowed to have a bathroom. That's up to you.
Okay,
take away his bathroom.
Then he points to like the back corner. No, there's a like door that's
a plastic
that's the code. That's the code bucket. When you're wired in, you got to use the bucket. All right, man. You can't fucking take a break.
Yeah, there may or may not be adult diapers somewhere in the back.
Where is this game going?
Where it must.
What is happening?
Where it must.
We were talking about Cyberpunk. Somehow we got on adult diapers.
Astronauts wear them. It's the underwear of the dedicated.
Hey,
okay.
Natalie Portman wore one in a movie. It's all right. Being an astronaut. That was the astronaut story. They did an adaptation of the crazy astronaut that wore a diaper
Kill somebody
to go
with Natalie Portman's in that?
Right. Yeah,
I didn't know any of this story.
astronaut.
I don't really want to know this story, but thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, did your brain?
Let's move this right
internet?
along. I do feel like maybe I should be in profile more for this. You know, the collar really pops in profile. He makes like targeting reticles that I could attach to it and stuff. Like I could have a fucking scouter and I could just scream over 9,000.
Yes.
Okay.
To show off the mohawk.
So we've got this box, and Curtis is kind of blanched. He's a little freaked out about it. Letty has told you that she's on the way, and she should be there in a half an hour tops.
So yeah, Mr. Friend's like, we're gonna wait about half an hour for a friend of mine before I fuck with this thing. There's water. There's the bathroom. There's the code bucket.
Rabbit's just gonna start walking into the kitchen, if there even is a kitchen.
I mean, there's like a galley area. There's like an area with cooking stuff, but again, studio, so it's all like one room.
She just starts poking around in your cabinets looking for snacks.
You find like instant everything. It's all just like instant noodles, instant pudding, instant water, instant everything.
Yeah, she's got like the ramen under her arm, and she's got like another pack in her mouth. And it's like some granola bars, and she just turns to you guys like, "Does anybody want anything? I'm gonna make some food." And like she just starts like making the ramen and stuff.
Cool.
Without asking, of course.
Yeah. That's Mr. Friend that's why he's muttering. Yep.
I actually assume that you've got a machine, like a micro reconstitutor, which is a like microwave combination device that also rehydrates dehydrated food.
Yeah. It takes like vacuum
and just like inflates it with water.
Exactly. Like one of those little sponge dinosaurs, but food.
Yes. Okay.
Very fifth element. But yeah, so like I don't know if there's anything you wanted to do or ask Mr. Friend in the meantime. Whenever Greg
if you guys have anything to do for the next half an hour other than hang out, that's fine. If not, I'll just have Letty walk in. You tell me what you're gonna do in 30 minutes. If the answer is nothing, then nothing happens.
If nothing's going on, I'm just I'm just checking. I'm like glued to my my agent, checking what's going on.
There's a roll for that. We'll check in with you in a minute on that 1-0. So okay, right. Letty, she buzzes the door, and you let her in.
Hey, so don't freak out, but I think I'm on to something hot. And I show her the box.
She walks in. Letty is 5'8". She is black. She has dreadlocks that are like cybered out. She has some kind of cyber enhanced dreadlocks that are continually scintillating in illuminated colors, tucked into a bundle that run down to the middle of her back. And I forget the rest. She has a cybernetic arm, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, a cybernetic arm, and she wears like I think traditional African.
Oh wow.
Garb.
Okay, very traditional. Like Benin?
Yeah, well, just like patterns and shit.
All right, but like cybered up. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely like messed with, modernized,
I dig it.
so to speak.
I dig it.
Neo-African.
So she.
Very Black Panther, Wakanda.
All right. You know, I have not seen that movie.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that movie.
One gets it.
Oh, it's really good.
I gotta tell you something,
Super
guys,
good.
and I'm probably gonna lose the whole chat room here.
Exactly.
I don't believe that any of the Marvel movies are really good, except for Thor Ragnarok. I kind of like that one. We
doesn't like anything.
And of course, it's the one that's like the throwaway. Yeah.
I watched it on.
Great,
I mean, actually, not
like...
on. Whatever. This is really off topic. We can talk about this later if you want.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
anyway.
she walks in and says. I'm gonna try her voice. This is gonna be very difficult for me, so please cut me slack.
Oh God, you don't have to do that.
Well, Cricket, we have the voice. She says.
So we pulled that heist, the truffle one, but
you nicked
there
the
was something else
off of that Oslo fella.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't come to bite us in the ass at all. But we did it. Because I didn't really have a choice. But the good news is I'm alive again, and we've got this box.
Well, that's my fella, isn't it? And she gives Mr. Friend a very deep and long kiss and grabs his ass while everybody watches.
What's that sound like, Greg?
It sounds like kissing. I don't have a sound effect for that. As a matter of fact, in this moment, the camera cuts away to your reactions. Anyway, if I was cutting this scene, like the actual action is not so interesting.
I imagine, considering how cold Mr. Friend has been to you all, to see that anyone is that intimate with him would probably be jarring. But yeah,
Rabbit's egging this on, like, yeah, get in there.
Yeah, he pulls away and he kind of He glares. I don't know if you can tell.
I mean, I kind of assume you're dating Thandie Newton here, so let's just picture Thandie Newton.
Yeah, that's kind of it.
With dreads.
She's older. She's definitely older than Mr. Friend. Yeah.
How much older? Is she? She's 65, right?
She's older than Mr. Friend, but older than younger than Mr. Greg.
Yeah, that's where it is. It's like late 20s, early 30s, and Mr. Friend's like early 20s.
So she saunters over to the box and kind of runs her fingers over it and kind of recoils and is like, I don't know what you've got there, but that's some very serious hardware, isn't it?
Yeah. And I'm about to jack into it unless you can give me a really good reason not to.
She pantomimes counting on her fingers, implying to you that you know that she could spin off 100 very good reasons not to.
Okay, but also tell me that there's any other way of figuring out what this thing is without me jacking into it.
I could ask around. Of course, that's going to alert folks that whatever it is somewhere in my vicinity. Well, it's been nice knowing you.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Ouch.
Alrighty. Well, feel free to ask around. See what you know.
I have to do so very, very carefully.
But I understand. I'll be a little less careful. I gotta know what this thing is. Someone's gonna be after it, and I gotta move it quick.
For a moment, she gives a nod to Cassandra. By the way, she says, "Cassandra, right? You make the automated machine gun bombing bits, yes? Big fan of your work."
Thank you.
Okay, so if that's what's happening, are you in now? Is that what we're doing?
I'm gonna go. That is what I am going to do, unless anybody tries to rip me away from it.
No, I think we're all waiting on the edge of our seats to figure this thing out.
Yeah.
So this is a very different kind of interface. This is a direct link. So this is sans virtuality. You are jacking directly in, old style.
Right. It's just me seeing code and shit.
No, it's not.
Oh, is this me fully going in?
Yeah. No,
into
the only way to
and my
connect
body
to
goes
this
limp?
particular,
Okay.
it does not have any kind of a Wi-Fi. You have to plug it straight into your brain stem.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. So, Friend definitely takes a deep, steadying breath before he does this. He's like, been a while since I've mainlined, but...
May not have ever. Yeah,
maybe
like if you think
once,
about the timeline here.
Hey, like, early on.
On a dare.
Yeah.
Somebody get this guy some dirt.
He goes, yeah. Been nice knowing some of you. And I jack in.
Okay.
At that moment, I'm just like, wait, what does that mean? Is this dangerous?
And so as you plug in, you hear the rabbit saying, wait, what does that mean? Is this... As gravity suddenly goes broken and sucks you through the floor of the room, and everything disappears into a scintillating spot, the reality disappears into a point, and you find yourself nauseous and on your knees, feeling like you're going to throw up in the lobby of a very stark, white lit room. There is a desk, like just a plain steel desk with glass front, like a receptionist would sit at. So it covers the legs, right? That has a slight curve to it in the middle of the room. The room is illuminated so that there are imagine like LED lights that are behind a sunken ceiling, so that they comes down the sides and up from the floor. The walls are perfectly smooth ceramic, actually, like as if a tile, but like that was huge.
But like an eight, fully, not like
one big plate, but like 8 foot by 8 foot tiles that have covered the wall in like equal partitions and across the floor and across the ceiling.
I'm picturing like a portal
very
testing
similar
chamber.
to that, yes. And just past the desk is a elevator door.
I look around. Do I see any
Nothing.
ice? And there's no other interface, just the elevator.
The desk, and there is actually a totally mundane computer at the desk, and a chair behind it.
I'm gonna go check that out first before I get into any elevator. So what's the deal with this old? I'm picturing like an old cathode ray tube.
And it's just a blinking monochrome green screen cursor just sitting at the top left corner of the screen, blinking, ready. You know, just exactly what you saw on the LCD on the outside of the box.
I'm gonna start trying to use basic computer language and like try to be like find its command directory or explain what it is. So I'll start putting in common codes in different languages, different coding languages, and see how that works.
It doesn't seem to respond to any common computer language you would use. Everything comes back as either syntax errors or command not available or some version of that. Nothing you're doing in any kind of code context is having any real effect on it.
Out of frustration, Mr. Friend types, "What the hell am I supposed to do?" ? Enter.
When you type that, the elevator doors open.
I type in, "You're not going to give me anything else, are you?" ?
You
Enter.
hear from over your shoulder, and standing on the floor of the elevator, just right on the middle of the floor of the elevator, is a cardinal, a bird, a small red bird, and his they have that little crest that they pop up off on their head. It just like rolls up for a second.
Okie dokie. Follow the red bird. I follow the red bird into the elevator. What are there buttons? What's the interface inside?
To the left side of the elevator is an old school brass elevator handle, and it just goes up
and
or
I've
down.
Gotta close the.
No, it's regular steel. It's modern doors,
like
but the interface to control the elevator up and down. As soon as you get in, the doors close. It is a big
switch.
lever to go up or down. That's it.
I put it, and it's in neutral currently, right?
It's like a throttle, like you drive. I can tell that some of you guys have never driven an old freight elevator. Okay, the old How to Drink Studios had a real freight elevator at it. We had to drive up, but that's it. It's a throttle.
He had to walk there uphill, 15 miles both ways.
Right. It was in Hoboken. It was a disused leather tannery, and now it was called the Bakery, and that's where we used to. I'm not even joking about any of this. It was at 123 Elizabeth Street, if I'm not mistaken. Okay.
So down is usually where the good stuff is. So I go
you
down.
drop one floor, the door opens, And in front of you is a room exactly like the room you were in before, except that there's no desk.
I look at the bird. Up. Should I
The
go
bird
up?
just kind of cocks its head at you and does nothing. It's a bird.
Okay, so I just see a room without a computer in it and no
It's the
other
same room as you were in
exit.
before, and there's no desk.
I go up 2 floors. So past where I was, and then where I started, up 1 floor
You find
from
yourself
where
in
I
the
started.
same room, or a identical representation of that room.
All right, I exit.
You exit. You jack out.
No, I
Okay.
exit the elevator and I check this identical room out.
The walls are the ceramic. The floor is the same. The ceiling is the same. It's white or slightly off-white, maybe like a light gray, with the even and soft LED lighting seeping in from the corners of the ceiling and the floor, like where there's gutters at the top and the bottom.
I look,
The bird follows you, by the way.
Check for secret doors.
The bird follows you.
What?
Yeah.
Bird follows me. Check for secret doors. I'm an elf. I believe I'm magically just no, wrong game.
Whoops.
No, but I'm gonna start looking for like I press against the tile plates to see if there's something hidden. I start checking this room
roll
out. Like,
interface.
what the hell is it? Okay, silly
Oh, that's weird. I
Tokyo.
wonder why. Hold on a second. There's something not right here. What? I can see now that our... Huh. What? Well,
What's the matter?
our game panel is not working correctly for some reason. In the show.
Oh. Okay.
I don't understand that. Why is that acting like that? It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not. I don't want to stop you at all. So let's grab onto that one. There we go. That's better. I fixed it.
I got I rolled shit. I got a 6 on my interface.
Yeah. So you don't find any secrets in this room.
All right. I go up again.
So you're 4
Another
up
floor.
now. You went up 2 beyond. You went 3 up from 1 down. So and then +1. So now you're 4 up. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Same
4
room.
up. Interface 11 this time. As I do my best.
The cardinal
Sherlock
is sitting
internet.
on your shoulder, and there seems to be nothing in this room.
But the cardinal's on my shoulder now, and
Correct.
it wasn't before. I'm gonna keep going up. I'll go up on another
Okay.
floor.
The 5th floor is the same.
I'll give it a roll. I'm like, this is dumb. 13.
You find nothing in this room.
All right, floor 6. Is it the same? Is it just gonna keep being
Floor
the same
6
every
is the same.
floor? I don't bother examining it now. I just go up a floor and see if it looks the
7
same when the
looks the
door
same.
opens.
Looks
Floor
the
8.
same. The same.
9.
Floor 10,
10.
when the door opens, you are back in the first room with, or at least a facsimile of it that has the desk.
Alrighty. So I go back to
Yep.
the desk. I sit
Yes.
back down. I ask, why are the rooms empty?
Are they? Is the reply in text.
Yeah, there's nothing in there. I say, I'm not even typing it now. I'm just like scratching my head.
There's no reply.
Yeah, he thinks for a second and he goes, can you open the case?
No.
How do I open the case?
I'm trying to think about how it would reply to that question. You don't. That's what it says.
Who does?
No reply.
All right. Keep playing your games. I am,
Everybody who
Shit.
and everybody in your apartment is just watching Mr. Friend kind of like roll around, sort of like he's unwell in his chair. Little bits of drool are pouring out of the corner of his mouth, and occasionally his eyes flutter open like a person who's having like a very intense dream or possibly an epileptic fit. He's just like this, and you could just see like behind his eyelids, his eyeballs are just like racing uncontrollably, and his right hand is just twitching violently.
I think the rabbit's just crouched down next to him, just like eating her ramen, like looking at him and continually asking Curtis.
Letty
like,
is
do we pull him
standing
out now?
at the other side of the room with her back against the wall and her arms crossed, and she looks extremely concerned, but also like, just like, I don't like this.
Yeah, like every little twitch, she's just like, do we pull him out now?
I am scouring my agent for information on this this device or anything related. And
Branton is looking at Cassandra and he's like, I told you he was gonna burst into flames. Come on, big money, big money.
Brutal.
And I just go, remember, it has to be flames.
My God.
Flames.
My God, you guys are monsters. Zero, roll your library search.
All right, I'm good at that. I think.
And like, what are you searching for? Like, what is your basis for search? Like, what is your search? I'm not gonna say what's your search term because that's different. That's a different kind of question. But like what? Like, how would well, I kind of am. If you, not Zero, we're gonna do a Google on this because Zero doesn't have your skills. I'll translate. But like, if you were going to do a Google on the situation to find more information about it, what would you be looking up? What is that? Just to help me understand what it is that I'm adjudicating.
Hold on. My sheet. I think something got reset. All of my skills are now just says a total of 5.
Let me
refresh.
It's not good. Oh yeah, that is weird because I have plenty of skill. Oh, that's really weird. So your total at the end is all 5, but your base is all actual numbers. Is that true for everybody?
Yeah.
It's just you. Weird. Well, you know what, man? We can manually figure that, right?
All right, yeah. Well, yeah. What's supposed to be? So basically, I know a few key pieces of
information. So your library search is you have a skill of 5, and that's intelligence. So that's 5 plus 6. You have an 11 plus 11. So just roll a to do library search. You would roll type a /r space D10 plus 11 to run that. I don't know why your skills broke. I apologize. In truth, it's my fault because I've been fucking around in the code all the time. So you rolled a 15. Now, please describe this search to me that you're conducting.
So basically, like I know some like rudimentary information about this thing, like what it is. Supposedly, do we know where it comes from? It's like a legendary piece of equipment, right?
We know it's military.
Yeah.
From last time.
It looks like it was built to military specs, is what you knew.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm searching like underground forums, and news groups or whatever the equivalent of that is for information on military grade net running tech that might have been either available on the black market or has gone missing. Anything along those lines. I'm looking for more information on this world where this kind of stuff is an option for someone to buy.
It does not match the description of any, like you find a lot of hits looking for that stuff, like different pieces of equipment, and this is nothing like anything that falls into the spectrum of what you're looking for in terms of being black market net running equipment.
All right.
I feel like did I successfully answer that question?
I believe so.
Okay.
Guys, I'm coming up empty here. I hit a dead end.
Yeah. Okay.
Nobody's missing anything particularly expensive?
That's directed at you, Zero.
Not that they'll fess up to.
All right.
Greg, are there any? There's no. Is that the only port on the package?
4 fiber optic ports at the top lip of it, and then there's that little display. And I should actually, by the way, echoing, what I mean to say is everything that Ari is hearing as a response from the computer, and I'm sorry, Mr. Friend, you don't, and I forget what else it had said, that reads out on that little green display on the front of it.
So are they seeing my questions too? Are they seeing my questions as they type out?
Yeah,
okay.
Actually, you guys are seeing the whole conversation.
I guess you're seeing me. Yeah, you guys are seeing me do stuff.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, I think they're right.
As a
Is
weapons
there a
tech?
keyboard on that
No
thing?
keyboard.
So as a weapons tech, now that I can see this conversation going back and forth, and I see that he's communicating with an AI or something within the package, would I have ever seen any kind of military tech that works in this way?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
Or heard of?
No. I'm trying to think about what you would know. But let me think about that for a second. This is some gray shit that I gotta decide and has long-running implications.
Flip a coin.
So one thing that you should know is that strong AIs are, you would know that a strong AI, and I'm not telling you one way or the other, but you mentioned AI, are A, highly controlled, illegal devices that, as far as anybody is aware, don't exist and shouldn't exist. And if they do exist, they would be found and destroyed by Netwatch, which is essentially the what's the word I'm looking for here? I was gonna say FBI, but that's not actually accurate. What's that? The police over there in Europe that go all over the countries there. Yeah, it's the Interpol for the internet.
Interpol.
Netwatch basically considers this shit to be if you have a suspicion that this is a strong AI, you would read this as being kind of the equivalent of sitting on top of a suitcase nuke.
That's fun.
Am I getting the distinct sense that I am dealing with something really deadly? Like, is my spider sense tingling here?
Well,
like, what's happening?
As a character who isn't Spider-Man, you don't have spider sense.
I know. But I wanted to have it right now. No. He's still asking because he hasn't been kicked out yet.
Yeah. What else? What are you asking?
What I asked. Sorry, Ari was thinking of the question. He types in, what happens if you're forced open?
Would be interesting.
Would you explode?
No.
Are you a weapon?
No.
Are you an AI?
No.
Give him the Turing test.
Who are you?
No, yeah, I start giving him a voice conf. No. Do you have a name?
When you ask that, the bird that's sitting on your shoulder taps you on the shoulder.
Cardinal? Your name's Cardinal? Is that a particular, like, is that sound the same as before? Is it like weirdly identical,
it's
or
my
is it just
ability
random
to
trilling?
whistle, so no.
Okay, no, I'm just trying to figure out, like, is that the code?
Yeah.
Bird whistling, like it could be fucking anything.
You have very high opinions of me as a GM. Thank you.
So it's like, okay, Cardinal. All right, Cardinal. I've got that much. Oh, fuck. Now Ari is trying to figure out what to do next. Are people looking for you?
Yes.
Who?
Are you sitting at the computer console?
Yeah.
So, it displays, like, the cursor just races across.
It does like that old
yeah,
dot
and
matrix
it runs
thing.
up an image that fills up the screen in in ASCII. So it's building ASCII art very quickly, and it's three lines that come down, one down the center and two down the side, and they end in little circles at the end.
Okay, does that mean anything to me?
Roll. I don't know what stat that would be actually.
It would be a knowledge of some
it would
kind.
be a knowledge stat. That is true. It would be a knowledge stat. Actually, I think it would be education. Possibly. No, education is your ability to educate. That's not your level of education, is it?
Oh. No, I think it's how schooled you are. I don't think being a teacher takes a big part of
Excuse you?
this game.
Are you saying that teaching isn't a skill?
Whoa, dude.
I'm saying it's a skill that. Hold on. Before you throw this hammer down, my mom is union president.
What? You don't think
Check
teachers
yourself.
deserve to be paid a livable wage?
So you can roll streetwise, or you can roll education. Take your pick. Whatever is higher.
Streetwise. I rolled a 10.
Yeah, I think a 10 would probably clue you in. That is that's an old logo. That's an old company's logo that has been, as far as you know, that's been out of business for 20 years.
I don't remember the company's name though. I just remember it was a logo
from Japan.
Okay, at this point I'm like, I'll be back. Talk to you later. I type into Cardinal. And I try to jack out.
As soon as you pull the trigger to leave, mentally you easily slip comfortably out of the environment and feel the enormous, crushing, agonizing weight of gravity all around you, and you spontaneously vomit up a pool of green bile on the floor as reality comes crashing in around you.
Fuck.
Do I have to roll to dodge it?
Damn it! I hand Cassandra 100.
Log that on your spreadsheets.
Nice doing business with you.
I give Brenton the finger as I'm wiping the vomit off my mouth, and then I
The rabbit
clear
instantly
off
goes
some
in and
scrap,
throws her arms around you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, 5-second rule. Remember?
6.
I just look over to Letty and shrug like apologetically as the 16-year-old girl is
Letty
over my
looks
shoulders.
deeply concerned. She's just like.
I immediately draw the logo and I show it to Brenton. Does this mean anything to you?
Brenton. Yeah. Roll your. Yeah, I mean, I would say that you probably. Oh, it'd be business. Do you have business? Your business
Does he
stat.
have business?
Can you roll your business stat?
Business. Sure.
Oh, he's with the business.
Oh, he's got all the business.
He's got all the business.
He's in murders and executions.
Mm-hmm.
So, Brenton, you recognize
There
it.
we go.
Yeah, you recognize
16.
it as the corporate imprint for Arasaka, the company that was on the other side of the Fourth Corporate War, that has been forever banished from doing any kind of business whatsoever on U.S. soil, either free states or federal states, and no one. Basically, it's been out of business. It is a very small company at this point that has very little to do with anything outside of Japan.
I look around and I say to the group, "Congratulations, crew. We all just became international terrorists."
What?
Not the first
Hey,
time.
Yeah.
is there money in that?
We're not supposed to have this. In fact, no one's supposed to have this. So,
Well, yeah, I stole it. We all stole it.
Well, yeah.
This
know
was
that
made.
part.
What I'm trying to say is, this was made by
Arasaka,
what's the name?
Arasaka.
What is it called again? Arasaka. And you guys all know what
shit.
that's coming from. What that's all about.
Well, didn't correct me if I'm wrong. Historically, didn't Arasaka drop a nuke
Correct.
on Night
Yeah.
City?
Mhm.
Yes. So we would know them because they are causing
true.
the time of the red.
That's true.
Probably, is my
What's-
guess.
What's their current
Arasaka
situation?
has been
They suck.
literally exiled from anything that would resemble the continental U.S., Europe, and the and the Sov zone, and have been essentially relegated to a very, very regional corporation in over in Japan.
And I'm quick to point out that that there's a very convincing argument that Militech set off that nuke.
That so we've got Arasaka
To fill that in, by the way, Militech 25 years ago is is consumed by the U.S. government. So that is a haughty that Militech no longer exists as an independent company. It is now a part of the government.
The government kind of came back in Cyberpunk RED. We got a pseudo-fascistic government. We have an outright fascistic government. Yeah, I don't know.
I can't even relate to that. That's so weird. It's just so far away from my experiences.
Has rated us.
Yeah, I was gonna say thank you, Qualvis. Thank you so much for showing up. I recognize your avatar from the Twitters.
The Twitters.
Hello, Qualvis.
But yeah, so I'm like, okay, all right, we have some super illegal tech on our hands. It's called Cardinal.
It has a name.
Yeah.
I dive right back into my agent, given this new knowledge of Arasaka and Cardinal.
Okay. Can you give me a roll for library search on that?
We got to do some meat space investigating, and this thing stays here, and we all stay quiet about it because people are gunning for it.
Do you think it'll be safe here? And Rabbit just looks around at the piles of trash and the very rickety-looking walls.
Yeah, because beyond these walls is an entire gang that I do illegal activities for to ensure that nobody gets past all their guns.
If you say so, then
wait a name drop.
I do illegal activities.
Just goes back to a ramen bowl.
So Zero, when you start running those kinds of searches, you stumble into some wacky conspiracy shit. I mean, it's like right on the edge of being timecube.net. For those of you who are not familiar with timecube.net, do yourself a favor. It's right on the edge of being timecube.net, and it is it's a lot of stuff about something called a soul killer virus, and weird fucking lunatic ravings about netrunners being devoured by computers and turned into AIs. That a whole bunch of just like off the wall crazy person shit that surround Arasaka and the concept of a Gestalt AI.
Do you say any of these words to me?
That's why I'm telling him and not you.
I know. I'm asking Ant right now. Does he relay any of this information to us?
I'm just no, not yet.
Okay. Guys, let's take a bio break. That's a perfect spot to hit the pause button. I got to pee and make another drink. Pardon.
Nice.
Same.
Yeah. I know what I'm going to be doing.
I got to drink so I can pour myself another drink.
I think that the coffee-based old-fashioned is more effective for a GM's aid than a standard-based old-fashioned. I'm going to make myself another one for science. Those of you guys who are in the chat room, we will be right back as soon as possible. I always say it's going to be 5 minutes, but it might be more like 10 because it might be. I don't be offended. I'm going to push the commercial button because Twitch is changing the rules, and they're going to shove one up your nose whether you like it anyway. So we'll be right back as soon as we're all done draining our respective lizards. We're back. Everybody has evacuated their bladders. There was a good long talk about medical stuff while you guys missed. You missed it. Of course, now that we're back, Ari Rubin chooses this moment to get up and walk away. Genius. Real primo move there, boss. No headphones, so you didn't hear me talking about him. That's fine. And so you guys missed some conversations about MRIs, CAT scans, and hot balls.
in cheese.
Be clear, Greg was doing most of the talking.
As always. I mean,
About
and I'm
his
full
balls
of
and cheese.
my coffee old fashioned. This is not an official coffee old fashioned. Mr. Black has a real recipe. I don't know it off the top of my head. I mixed up. This is freely poured, like 50-50 Mr. Black and Rittenhouse Rye, and way too much cocoa bitters from from Angostura because my dasher top is broken. So it's just like half-ounce pours of bitters. And a good slug of simple syrup, stirred up with a twist of orange. You know what?
Wait, Greg, you made another drink with the like instead of a dash? I thought that was a mistake,
It was
and
a
then
happy
you went
mistake.
for it again.
It worked out really well. I like it. I'm into this. Yeah, I'm into this.
A strong pour.
I like that
Heavy
name
pour.
for it. A strong pour. But a strong... Man, dude, Ari, you want to make a whiskey company called Strong Pour? I think we're going to make some
I like
money.
it. I'm in. Nice. You sell it and market it, and I'll collect the checks, and I'll cut you a check every once
That's a
in while.
really terrible deal for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, can I get checks too?
Of course. Everybody on the stream gets a check.
Taste testers.
All right, guys. So we're back in Mr. Friend's apartment. We've got Curtis Lee Bycroft. By the way, I feel I'm remiss. So I came up with the name Curtis Lee. Bycroft is a friend's last name. And it was like off the top of my head when I needed to create Mr. Friend's buddy. Now, what I didn't realize was that subliminally I had absorbed the name of the person who made my collar, Curtis Lee. So I have to acknowledge the fact that, Curtis, if you're checking out the stream, this character happens to be named after you for no reason at all. Please don't be offended by the fact that he is who he is. It has nothing to do with my impression of you at all. By the way, it's Starside Armory. If you want to check them out, you can find their Etsy. Please do. I bought this. I don't have any deals. The guy makes really cool shit. Really cool shit. And apparently does stuff for movies and stuff too. All right. Trigger, that's not a question for this stream, but honestly, I think I like Angostora's best. Chocolatel Mole from The Bitter Truth is also very good. Okay. I just realized that I picked up a dish towel and wiped my mouth with it. This is some real... Orson Welles shit. Okay. So, yes, you found a bunch of conspiracy stuff about Gestalt AIs, Soul Killer virus, things that just sounded wackadoo to you.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to again while on my agent, I'm going to briefly summarize this and send it directly to Mr. Friend.
You're not going to speak it out loud. Okay.
Right.
Fair enough.
Oh, okay. Then it comes up on my agent, I guess. And I look it over. Does anything like Soul Killer virus mean anything to me?
Make a roll for... I honestly I would say make an interface roll, actually. Like, I don't know, like, net lore.
Sure.
What would be net lore?
I like that.
I think
I like
interface. What would be
interface.
net lore?
Well, interface is actually using it. I would say maybe a tech roll.
Well,
electronics tech, security tech
might be better. It's more history, though.
It's the same. The electronic security tech
is a history thing. I don't know. It's a weird question. I don't know that there's a perfect fit here.
Would local expert work?
That's a very specific thing.
Would library search work?
Skill of general knowledge, chemical science, tactics.
They just have science. Yeah, they just have science.
Social
science.
Skills, technique skills.
Cryptography.
It's a good question.
I believe I am trained in cryptography. I'm gonna guess it isn't wardrobe and style or shoulder arms.
What about dance?
Or play instrument. I'm gonna guess it's not play instrument.
Boy, I almost feel like we need to create like a net lore history skill for people to have, because there's nothing in here that really fits that. And I'm reading the skill sheet, the skill list right now. Nothing really even comes close.
So just interface then?
Well, let me read just for fun. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to hold everything up here.
Well, we can't read out loud too much. Remember,
we're not supposed to, but there are limits to what interface. Netrunner needs either a scanner, backdoor, pathfinder, slide, zap, control.
Arrow handgun.
Greg, it's Cyberpunk. The most Cyberpunk thing you could do is just release all the info.
Dude, it was like
hack the planet. Give it up.
Have I not been trying to hack the planet?
It was the fucking. You
one?
have. It was the. I would say roll interface. Fuck it, man. Roll interface with an intelligence modifier.
Okay. So with my intelligence.
Right. Roll it as if it was a skill.
That means I actually. Well, I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
So 1 plus 8. Yeah, so 1 plus 8, which is my intelligence. But it should be plus 4. Why is it plus 0.08? Because that's not adding my skill.
Oh, I was gonna suggest that you roll it native manually.
Roll it manually.
Yeah. I don't know what that 0.08 is. There's some stuff that was half finished that I was working on and that I kind of abandoned because Gerdefal told me that he was finishing the new version of the software that incorporates all of my requirements.
Damn it.
So it could be that I broke some shit.
How like you, Greg? 18. There we go. That's a number.
Roll. Yeah. So you know that there's some correlation to Reish Batmas and the Soul Killer virus, and that it you have heard at the very least of a Soul Killer virus. You've heard crazy things about it. Whether or not your character thinks it's real, I'm going to leave to you. Boy.
No, I would believe that shit. Corpse
what you have heard is that it was a virus that supposedly could, when activated, upload or copy.
We're talking computer virus, not
right. It's a computer virus that
okay.
could copy / upload a full-blown version of the consciousness of a netrunner who was affected by it into the net, and that supposedly it left their body as a useless empty husk that very quickly died of, from inability to thrive. It just wouldn't eat or drink or breathe, and that those people went somewhere, that their consciousness went somewhere into the internet, and that sounds crazy.
Well, it sounds crazy, but it's also the dream of every netrunner to leave their body behind and be digital forever. So like my eyes widen, and I take off my mirror shades, and you can see my 2 smiley face eyes, because I've got weird cybernetics. I don't have regular eyes. They're just yellow smiley faces.
Wait, is this the first time we're seeing this too?
No, he made a big deal about revealing it before.
I did it.
I remember.
Yeah. I needed to be dramatic because I'm a player character.
No shade.
Look, I needed to. Cool is a stat in this game. Style over substance. So I was being stylish, kinda. I guess it's creepy. But he looks over at Curtis, And he looks over at Letty and goes, if we can open this thing, we're the most powerful net runners in the whole fucking planet. And he starts laughing to himself.
Curtis is like, I don't know, man, that's some bad mojo. I'm not a big fan of that. I feel like whatever you've got over there is some...
Dude, this is the soul killer.
Is it though? I don't know what it is. All I know is it's a black box and you went in there and I've never seen anything like that in my life. You were twitching and foaming at the mouth and just like, you were talking to yourself. Dude, and your eyes were rolling around in your head.
Meat's face was gone. It was gone.
He's like bouncing on his heels. Like, is that
connected.
Good?
Wait, what do you mean gone?
I was way further away. It's how they used to net run before the red. Why I was twitching. I wasn't quite ready for it. There's nothing like it. Coming back is... everything's heavy.
So is this thing dangerous?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So we should get rid of it.
Mr. Friend is smirking as he says that.
You don't look like you want to get rid of it.
No, we gotta figure out how to use it. That's what we gotta do.
What kind of dangerous are we talking about?
Well, it's a computer virus. Really good one.
Oh, so it's not gonna explode?
Well, it might if we tamper with it, so I wouldn't start tampering with it. But we gotta figure out how to open this thing.
Letty is like, love.
What?
The edge is behind that.
Maybe. Or maybe this is the shot I needed. Maybe this is the opportunity.
That's over the line.
Once in a lifetime. I don't know. Just do me a favor. See what you can find about it. So just ask around.
She nods.
For now, we gotta sit on this. Can I trust the rest of you all not to mention any of this? I'll cut you in on whatever winds up happening. Promise.
I remind them, it's like, they only know what you told them.
That it was dangerous. The only thing we know is
I love
that it's
that you
dangerous.
say that out loud, like,
and that you
right.
can unlock it. Yeah.
Right, Zero. And you could have told everybody what I know now too, but you trusted me.
I chose not to risk their lives anymore.
I just shoot daggers at you. Like, what are we getting ourselves into, Zero? Let's get up in your face.
I share all of
Don't
I
lie
share
to
all
me.
the information. I send it to your agents. Everything that Zero sent me. Pandora's box, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Do we really believe that this thing is
Oh
you
yeah.
think it is?
Huh. There's some mighty weird shit going on in there. And Arasaka, I mean, they're the reason Night City's fucked. They're capable of anything. So if there is a soul killer virus, who's to say it isn't right here in this room?
Wasn't necessarily Arasaka.
Fine. You have fun, Zero. The rest of us that are here in this room, in this reality, are gonna try and figure out how to leverage that. So like I was saying, yeah, it's spooky dangerous, definitely, if we misuse it. But as of now, no one knows we have it. We don't even know how to open it. So there's nothing that's gonna happen. So we just sit on it and we figure out how to get inside, how to use it, and then we can panic about ending the world or, you know, taking over.
should we
world's
worry
already
about?
ending.
And what about Medusa?
I look out the window.
Medusa wanted no part of this.
But
She
Medusa,
backed out.
but Medusa knows we have it.
Yeah, she
If the people
promised.
looking for this, but if the people looking for this track it from the car to Medusa, what are the chances she'll give us up?
I don't know. Now, the question is, what are you willing to do about loose ends?
Well, I mean, she's a friend. Obviously, we can't just kill her.
Right. So
we need to.
I
We
guess
need
we're
to.
to keep an eye on her.
Chimes in and says, "Actually, that's not really true."
What's not really true?
Well, just because you're friends with somebody doesn't mean you can't kill them. How do you think this world works?
The first thing you've said, Brenton, that actually makes sense.
Rabbit is speechless. Like looking at the two of you, like Menutti cannot comprehend anything that you just said.
And the same way
You were literally
that
named
Rabbit,
Mr. Friend. What are you talking about?
the same way that Rabbit is looking at us. We are both. I am looking back at her like with a. I'm sorry. Like almost a Tucker Carlson. Like one of those. I just don't get it.
Eating mayonnaise straight from the jar?
Yo, just saying that guy's name is like nails on a chalkboard. Don't. Yeah.
So,
I feel like I don't know. I feel like maybe we should we need to let her know. We need to let her know what she's involved in.
No, Rabbit.
No.
If you want to keep an eye on her, we can do that. Make sure she doesn't squeal. That's one thing. But as far as we're concerned, the information does not leave this room. I gotta be clear on that. The only advantage we have right now is that nobody knows we have it. There are people after this with a lot more money and a lot more tech and frankly a lot more balls than any of us. So we gotta be careful.
Okay. Scout's honor. I won't tell anybody.
Mr. Pal's right. We
But I like
can't
the
let
idea.
anybody know about this. And if Medusa Jones gets in our way, well, she'll be Medusa dead. I just came up with that.
Where's the intimidation check? God damn it!
You are exactly what we need. You are just a soulless corporate piece of crap, aren't you, Brenton? I love it. Dig into it, man.
I got some secrets that might surprise you.
You know what? Keep your pants on, buddy.
Speaking of corporate and soulless, do you think it's good to keep this here in your room? Or, Brandon, do you have like a safe house or somewhere we can take it? A safe
Hold
room?
on. As soon as it gets out of my house, it's on corporate and goes with him. It's on corporate turf. It's company property. No way. It stays here.
I think it should travel with us.
I'm not really
It's
planning
like
on
90
traveling
pounds.
for a while. I'll be here. It will be with me.
Yeah, but we can't. And this is Ari to Ari Rubin talking. I mean, we can't. As much as we want to stay in your apartment, which we don't. It smells like shit. And it's pretty disgusting. Like we want to get out in the world, and we want to have you with us.
You can go out, and I can keep trying to talk to the AI in Cardinal. And how about we report back every day? And if you want to swing by and say hello, you're welcome to. I'll tell Buzzer out front. Buzzer's the one with the buzzsaw for like a mohawk. I'll tell Buzzer not to kill you when you come by.
It's like a Goliath game from Necromunda.
I just feel like we're missing out on our Netrunner for being out on the street and having you trying to crack this code, like, I think no matter what, we are missing something from. We're missing something from this equation. Like, maybe there's a missing part. There's a password we need to know.
Yeah, you're right. And you should go look for it while I talk to the machine.
I've got an idea though, and I look around. I'm looking around at the apartment. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing here, but what kind of security do you have in here other than Buzzer and friends?
Well, no, I got Buzzer and friends, and if Curtis is like strung out on stims, he's a pretty good shot. But
Wild with a handgun. He just said.
Yeah, I've seen. He's definitely gibbed a few guys heads before. I've seen it.
Well, that's very reassuring. But what about your better half over there? I mean, if your boyfriend's not so good with a shot, what about her?
Well, Letty doesn't live with me.
We're not that serious yet, mate.
Liddy, would you be willing to stay and watch this while we go look into this? Mr. Friend, do you trust her enough?
Have you seen this place? He hasn't changed his sheets in a month.
Yeah, more than you guys.
How about
it's kind of like an I go over to her place thing. Anyways, look, Letty, she works the midnight market. She's got people to talk to also. That's how she's gonna help us. Okay. If anybody wants to stay here with me, they're welcome to. But my best guess, because I kind of prefer talking to computers than people, is that I'll be the most useful trying to crack whatever AI system is running Cardinal.
How much do you think this is worth?
Enough to buy a country.
Who do you think would buy it? Anybody, corporations, rise, yeah?
We're talking government, we're talking corps, we're talking gangs, cartels, anything. Fuck. The Pope wants this shit.
Okay. Listen, I'm gonna go check in on Medusa. You guys keep in touch on the agents.
You're gonna go check on her now? Hold on a second.
Anything.
I just want to revamp the fact that you guys just left her safe house. That's where we're at time-wise.
Yeah. Check on her now.
I just want to make sure you're unaware of where we're at timeline-wise.
I'm gonna say, Rabbit, look. Medusa got a glimpse of this and she chickened out. I don't think we need to worry about her coming after this.
Oh, I'm not worried about her coming after this.
She doesn't have the guts to deal with this.
The way I'm seeing this
is our opportunity.
The people that we stole this from might be aware that we are the one who took it, and they would then know that we went to Medusa. If they track us to Medusa, we will find them. I will find them there first and know that they are on our trail.
And that plan involves you tailing Medusa.
Exactly.
And not talking to her and staying out of sight. And then killing people that want to kill us. Us.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like we need more weaponry in this space.
Now we're talking. I'm gonna go home too.
Mr. Friend smiles and he goes,
get my rifle. I'm gonna get the grenades.
You're the weapons tech, Cassandra. Are you talking about hooking this place up? Because I ain't complaining.
Look,
shopping spree.
We're all in this together, and what you've got there is power.
Damn right it is.
This is where we go into the montage of like the rabbit skipping down with like all the bags hanging off her arm. There's just guns and grenades hanging out of it.
Take it to the limit.
All right.
While this is going on, I bust out my pocket computer and I start putting.
Robot from Rocky 4 comes by, just by the background of one shot.
It's sweeping something up for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna leave. All right, guys, I'll report back in after I've tailed Medusa for a while, and I'll let you know what her status is there.
Yeah. And, keep it on a secure channel.
Bye. Yeah, and I'm gonna head out.
As soon as Rabbit leaves, I look at Letty. I'm like, I'm sorry. She will not leave me alone.
Letty Letty's response is, sure she won't. What? What?
Oh, man.
Okay. The child. The actual child.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a solo.
Yeah.
Pretty good one. But she's a kid and all bouncy and shit.
Did you think that she was handsy with you?
She has been really weird, yeah.
I don't think she's that into you.
God, I hope not. I hope you're right. I really hope you're right.
I don't want to hurt your feelings.
You're not. You're not hurting my feelings.
No.
You're making me feel a lot better.
Yeah, no.
Good.
She thinks you're old.
Father figure.
Mr. Friend thinks about that. He goes,
Oh, shit.
old? I'm not fucking old.
Love, I love you, but I don't think you're her type.
I mean, that's fine. Like, I'm not looking to go to prison, but like, yeah. All right, cool.
I just realized
I'm gonna go.
I'm playing Letty as a person I actually know, whom Ari knows as well.
You'll have to mention. I don't remember some accent, but
CIB with purple glasses. That's all I'll say.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What was her name? It doesn't matter. All right. What else happens? Does everybody part their own ways? What happens here?
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for people to.
Yeah, so the first thing I'm doing is I'm going home to get my rifle.
And we're all alive, correct? We're back to being alive?
I mean, I need to rest.
You sort of flipped
up.
the script on me because Medusa is on her way to rectify that in the morning, and it's not the morning yet. You went straight from her place to Mr. Friend's. So for the next couple of hours, you're technically not alive, but no, that there is no reason to presume you will be alive at open of business next day.
Provided nobody goes to kill Medusa Jones right now.
That would be a huge mistake. You wouldn't want that to happen.
Don't worry, I got her back.
All right.
I like how you guys just let me go too. Put a lot.
Honestly, I'm kind of hoping that everything turns into like a bloody clusterfuck.
I'm getting prepared for that. That's why I'm putting together my dossier.
Right, dossier. So you're building a dossier on Medusa.
Yeah.
The rabbit is tailing Medusa. Cassandra, what is your plan for, if uninterrupted, what would you be doing for the next 2 weeks?
Well, first I'd be getting weapons and supplies. I'd probably check in with maybe some that specialize in smaller explosives, nothing extravagant, just
Sure.
practical.
You like bombs, so
I do.
You check in with Vitalik and Vitaly Vasilich Fyodorov and the Death PM.
Yep.
Okay. What do you? What's the thought process to checking in with them? You want to, because typically they buy bombs from you.
Right. So what I'm looking for is something, easily concealable, but it doesn't have, it'll be a booby trap.
Oh.
Sort of
Nice.
Just in case situation.
Okay.
And also maybe some small turret gun or something, that can be aimed around the room so that it can be controlled by somebody who isn't necessarily physically able to shoot a gun at the moment.
Okay. Okay. And then Zero, what's your plan for the next 2 weeks?
I'm gonna keep on hitting the pavement and looking for a big scoop. Besides
for your next big scoop.
Besides building the dossier, I also
that was badass.
I'll also see if I can find any new information on Lishan Tachibana.
Yes.
Did I pronounce that right?
So it's so you are looking for Lishan Tachibana, which apparently I've been told means flowering tree, I think. Oh wow! Thank you so much for gifting those subscribers there.
Jethro. It's Jethro.
Jethro.
He's been on my stream a bunch. I know this dude.
Hiya, Jethro.
What up?
You are seen. Thank you, Jethro. So Lishan Tachibana. So what are you looking for information on her?
I'm looking for information on how to basically cure somebody who's been flooded with.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Friend is probably going to be bunkered up working with Cardinal for the next 2 weeks. Rabbit is trailing and tailing Medusa.
Yeah, only for a little bit though, because I'm gonna go get some. The night that I left, like I would go and make sure that she was still alive, and then I think the next thing I would do is go spend some money on some.
You're chipping in. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have a plan already in mind, or do you need to do that shopping now?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean I'll do it. You know, we can if you want to do it on stream, like we can do it. If not, I could just put it all in there.
We have 2 weeks of downtime for your characters. So, and then I just want to check in with Branton. What is your plan over the next 2 weeks?
I go to work,
You're
baby.
What are you? You guys?
That's it. I gotta clock in.
You were working on something. What was it? You had a drug that you guys were developing, right?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff.
Is it?
Super cocaine.
Okay.
Anti-anxiety. It cures baldness. and erectile dysfunction.
Holy shit!
The trifecta.
That is the trifecta. What do you guys call? What do you guys work? What do you call it?
Sexual implant.
What was that?
I wasn't kidding. I warned you all that was in there.
What are you guys calling it?
Mr. Stud?
There's cybernetic genitals in the rule book, and you all were like, "That's not necessary," and it is in the book.
It is not necessary, but I mean, obviously it exists.
But it is in the book.
Why would it not exist?
Philentron?
So what do you call it?
Philentron.
The Philentron.
Philentron.
The alternative to that is the Midnight Lady, for the record.
And it is.
What would a Midnight Lady do? I don't understand what help the ladies need. I get it, Mr. Stud. I just don't know what help the ladies need. What could they possibly require?
Well, no, it's a cybernetic.
I understand
area.
it's a cybernetic area, but what possible way is that necessary?
I didn't write this game.
I'm just saying, what was wrong with...
Why would it be possible? Why would it be necessary for ladies? What you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah. In
Am I missing something
show,
here?
I just said it. Altered Carbon. She had a body that would excrete like pleasure toxins or whatever. So like they would both like feel each other's elation.
That is so unnecessary. We are very simple creatures on this side of the gender divide. Like, it exists. Is enough.
Glaze over.
Moving along. I've had two.
All right, I did.
You did do that.
Derail, but I've
had two coffee old fashions. I don't know what those icons mean. That's a weird one. I'm looking at the chat room.
They look like you.
Yeah.
Well, two
not
of them
that one,
do.
but
That weirdo. Yeah, Jethro.
mine looks like you a little.
No. Two of those are me.
With red cheeks.
Two of those are me. Jethro's thing, I don't know about that.
It's in awe. If you
I can see the resemblance.
Over it,
Okay. So
in everything.
2 weeks go by, and I'm going to advance our date now because currently I'm using a date tracker in.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you want stuff on the Twitch, or do you just want me to put it on there and we'll deal with it later? Because I got questions.
Well, what are you trying to What you have 2 weeks? What are you trying to chip in with?
I'm gonna put in a cyber eye.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna replace a meat eye with a cyber eye, and I'm gonna go with the anti-dazzle,
Okay.
which is it prevents me from being blind. Image enhance, which means I can literally zoom in and out, which is like +2 perception, and then low light infrared /UV, so I can see in all 3 of those scales.
Goddamn Terminator.
Wow.
And then I was thinking about the nasal filters too, so I can filter out toxins in the air and smoke and stuff.
One thing at a time now. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Let's just roll 2d6.
You're spending that cash. Jeez.
Hell yeah. It's a lot of money, man.
You said anti-dazzle?
Yeah. Which is 100. What is the HL?
Anti-dazzle. What else were you doing with it?
Image enhance. Which is a 2.
Okay. What else?
Low light.
Oh, I'm sorry. Roll 1d3 is what that actually is. Okay. And then low lights. And this is in one eye.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't see low lights as a
like-
thing. Oh, low light. Okay.
So,
1d6.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on 1 sec. That's got to be paired.
Low light has to be both eyes,
I
right?
don't think I can do
Yeah,
that.
it requires, must be paired, 2 eyes. So skip that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll just stick with those 2 then.
So you've got the anti-dazzle and the image enhance.
I love how you can have a dart gun in your eye.
Why wouldn't you? You don't? Okay. So, yeah, I think in the course of the 2 weeks, it's probably reasonable to expect that you find time and a clinic to make the installation. However, I was rolling for your humanity loss. So you lose 7 points of humanity. Just note that on your character sheet because we are updating the virtual tabletop system to account for it in better ways. So just make a notation somewhere in your character's background or bio or something.
Oh no, I can click it.
It probably won't work right. And I would also still just make a note somewhere in a text-based copy because if we update that system, it might break.
Okay. I have one question for you. If I put subdermal armor in, does that stack? Would that stack? Because it's like putting plates pretty much under your skin, more or less.
I don't know the good question.
I believe the superior armor, the way it works is the superior stopping power is just the only one that matters.
So, first off, subdermal armor is external. Hold on,
It's
your
like
body's head
crazy.
and your body's your user's body and head are armored at 11 SP. Your SP highest source in that location. No, it doesn't stack. Additionally, whenever your armor is ablated in a location, all sources are ablated at the same time. Whenever the user successfully completes a day of natural healing, however, nanomachines present in subdermal armor repair both the body and head location of subdermal. So the benefit of having subdermal armor is that it repairs itself, and you don't have to spend any money to repair it.
Okay, I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna throw that in there.
That's a major job.
If that's okay.
Yeah, you're also gonna look different after that.
Roll
Yeah.
4d6.
You're gonna have
so that's
like
another
plates under your skin.
No,
46 days.
humanity lost. That's another 16 points of humanity loss.
Oh, then no, we'll skip that.
Shit.
Oh, you're gonna skip that.
We'll get that down the road.
Okay.
Where's our humanity?
Goals. We all have to have goals, right?
You should actually, at this point, have a humanity track on your character, but it's half broken. It would be under combat stack and then humanity.
Oh, okay, mine has no numbers on it.
I don't know why your character's so broken.
Yeah, mine says 9 out of 50. I don't know.
Well, assume it's maxed.
Mine says I lost 7. I have 7 out of 50.
Yeah, I mean, you should assume that your humanity track is pretty much maxed out.
At 50?
Am I able to heal up over the recover?
Humanity?
No, my health. I took a lot of damage in the heist.
Oh, I presume that but over the next 2 weeks you heal completely.
Okay, thank you.
You know what I really love about this whole cybernetic system is that you buy the slot, more or less. Like, you buy the eye, and then it's like, okay, you have 3 slots in that eye, and then it's like, these are the different things you can slot it with. And then you have, like, obviously, like an arm, a leg, and stuff like that. But then they have, like, all the extras that you can put on just for the fun of it. Like the neural wear and, like, the chips and everything. You can plug into that. But even, like, fashion wear. Watch. It literally just tells you the time and date, like, under your skin.
Yep. It's a crunchier system, which is sort of a throwback, but I love it. And also, since we're playing on a virtual tabletop, although our mechanics are not complete because we are still building it in JavaScript, which is fun, the benefit is of using a virtual tabletop, it allows you to play a much crunchier game mechanic than is currently, I think, de rigueur or the vogue of role-playing games, where a lot of things have moved towards what we would call a narrative game mechanic. Playing on a virtual tabletop, like, I can build kind of infinite numbers of rollable tables and all kinds of calculations and chats and stuff like that, and things to track, and have it be pretty seamless and invisible.
It'll resolve faster.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like, we can do all of that kind of mechanically, whereas at the table with dice, it does become a slog. Here on a computer, it isn't. In a weird way, I think that I honestly, like, this is very out of character. I wonder if the broad adoption of virtual tabletops, the obligation, just the necessity of the life in COVID-19 in the time of the RED, as we all live now, like, if those things all kind of add up to crunchier game mechanics are really, really viable in a way that, like, people had been trying to get away from them for a long time. Okay, so it is now the 19th of June in 2045 AD. It's Tuesday. You guys all wake up, and at 11:30 a.m. you each get it's a group message on your agent from Medusa, who says, hey, I got a thing. Can you meet me later?
What has happened during the 2 weeks? No progress?
Like, she's okay? Like, nobody was tailing her or anything like that?
Hold on, because, like, where I'm at with Cardinal is going to decide my answer to her.
With Cardinal, you have had a lot of... You are spending most of your time working on Cardinal.
Yeah. Trying to understand it, get to know it.
Sure. You've had a lot of conversations with it. None of them really go anywhere. It's probably a very frustrating experience. You've never gotten anywhere other than that repeating room. What you have determined is that every 10 floors you find yourself in another lobby. And that there is, as far as you can tell, that cycle loops. It will run infinitely in either direction. Every 10 floors, you find a desk and a lobby. In between there, identical rooms without a desk, and a cardinal who follows you around.
And I can't tell if the cardinal's ice or anything.
Doesn't seem to be. It has zero effect on you as far as you can tell.
Yeah. I mean, then yes, I agree. I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Right.
I look at Curtis and I'm like, hey, don't leave. Stay in the apartment. I got business.
He objects, but relents. He says, "Oh man, but I was gonna head downtown to pick up a bunch of fucking motherfucking guys." And he just like rambles off in like none of it makes any sense.
Dude, just take some of the stems on the table, and not enough that you're tweaking, and don't plug into that. All right?
You don't understand. They only release Frankenberry once a year. I gotta go pick up my boxes.
You're talking about like actual cereal right now.
Yeah, I'm talking about actual cereal.
For fuck's sake, I'll have Letty get you some goddamn Frankenberry. Just save the case.
It's fine. It's fine. I like the experience, though. I feel like I'm being robbed of the experience of going to the store to pick whatever. Fine, I'll stay here.
Yeah, I'm robbing you. This is robbery.
Fine. And to answer your question, the rabbit. So roll. I think it's perception, actually.
Okay, hold on, back to that.
Whoa, I can't read that at all.
Perception?
Yeah, it's... Well, hold on.
What are you at? Human perception?
Human perception's a different thing, I think. Well...
That's like insight.
I will check, actually, make sure that human... Yeah, I think human perception is more like insight.
Alright, I'm also going to activate my cyberware to give myself... Oh, no, yeah, to give me a +2.
Certainly. Well, actually, you should be able to just add that cyberware to your character sheet, and it will and if you add it the right way, it'll give you...
Yeah, I haven't done it yet, but I'm just going to roll on that.
Oh, no, perception is a skill. Yeah, use the perception skill.
Mm-hmm. So, 15, 17.
No. You don't see anything weird.
Okay. I mean, I report back to everybody. Just mass text message. Everything looks fine. Smiley face emoji. Peace sign.
Peace sign. All right. And so she asks you guys to meet up at... she provides you with a location. It's an address in the combat zone, actually. But it's not the same one that you were at before.
All right. I mean, I go. I'm wearing my armor.
Sure.
I'm strapping. I've got my bag not out visibly.
Yeah.
It's in the what zone, you said?
Combat zone.
Combat.
Okay, yeah, I totally have my rifle with me still then.
For sure. Also, I'm sorry, there are a couple of other things I need to clear up. Cassandra.
Yeah.
Sarah and you have, halfway through that, Sarah, we're going to do a little retcon real quick. Sarah needs to sit down with you just about a lot of things. Is that something that you can squeeze into your schedule, she wants to know?
Well, I'm on a project right now, but I've got time for you.
So her response is, wow. Okay, ... Meet me, and she references a garden, actually, that's downtown where she likes to take tea. And she wants to see you there in the next 20 minutes.
I'm gonna go there.
Okay, great. And this is on a Wednesday afternoon. Sarah has an asymmetrical haircut. The right side is cut higher, parted down the middle. The left side is long, comes down to the middle of her chest. She wears mostly black, sport coat, pinstripe slacks, a white, like very business casual silk blouse, not deeply unbuttoned or low cut or anything like that, but fairly normal. She just looks very serious, very business. And she is sitting at a table with her eyes closed, and she's got a cup of matcha in front of her, hot steaming matcha, just a bowl of green in a vacuum-sealed cup, so like double-layered, double-walled glass. And you're in a garden. It's a Zen garden. There are beautiful cherry blossoms blooming and descending, and a pool of water, a reflecting pond, and it's like between buildings, it's like a nice kind of one of those like places that they stuff between skyscrapers to make a very corporate area much more nice. It's in the corporate zone. You have to do a weapons check on your way in, and she's just waiting for you to approach. She's breathing her tea and has a sip. And there's another cup across from her at the table waiting for you.
I say, may I?
Please, she says, please, sit down, please. Cassandra, it is so good to see you. It's so good to see you. We don't get together nearly enough. I've missed, how have you been? And when she says that, she puts her hands on top of the backs of your hands, just so lightly, just barely, just like butterflies landing, all 10 fingers right across the metatarsals of your hands, and in the case of your tool hand, your metal tarsals.
It's been unusually busy for me, but things are looking like they could take a turn.
She looks very concerned, deeply concerned, and she kind of leans in and nods and goes, okay, yeah, I'm hearing what you're saying. I just want to make sure that you are remaining focused, centered, and filled with purpose, okay, on the task at hand. Are you focused, centered, and filled with purpose on the task at hand, Cassandra?
Always.
Good. Because Amika has been phenomenal. She has been absolutely phenomenal. I really, honestly, I have never met a person, I've seldom met, let me say it that way. I have seldom met a person more dedicated to the proposition of mass human extinction than Amika. She is a gem, a joy to work with. And honestly, her numbers are phenomenal. She sells classes like you cannot believe. Her sessions, her assessments are packed. People are rapt, and I mean, honestly, just unbelievable. Just what an eye you have to bring her in. Okay, what an eye you have to bring her in, and that's what I love about you. That is what I love about you. That is just so you, Cassandra. You see in people just the real truth. You picked her, a diamond, in the rough, out of nowhere, and look at her now, right? Just spread her wings, and fly, and just spread death. Okay, from time zone to time zone. It is amazing. But I gotta tell you, your numbers, I've been looking at the reports, are, I'm covering for you here, Cassandra, but when was the last time you ran an assessment, a class? When was the last time that, other than Amika, I can't remember the last time. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about your priorities and where your head is right now.
Well, would you suggest that I focus my efforts more on quality recruits, like Amika, or more concrete steps toward the readjustment of the population?
Okay, listen to me very clearly. I want to be very clear about your role here. I want to be very clear about your position here in the Children of the Dusk, okay? We all serve, okay? We all serve at the discretion of Semitem, okay? Semitem, okay? Semitem brings us a mission to reduce the population of the earth, to bring peace to those who must be reduced and retired, right? But what is your role? Your role right now is to sell the classes. We need people in the classroom learning to embrace their peace, okay? You want more than that? I'm telling you, there is a way in for you, and I want to bring you in, but I can't until your numbers are better, okay? You need to level up on your sales. You're just so close. You're so close. One level higher, okay? First off, things are going to be so much easier for you because then you're finally going to start making money off of this. And two, I can finally bring you in A&I, okay? I can finally bring you into A&I. And once you're in A&I, then yes, you can really dedicate yourself to blowing people up, okay? I know that's your passion, but I need better numbers. I need them. I really need them. I need them. Do you understand me? I need them.
I understand.
Okay, as long as we're on this...
Yo, the rabbit would go to your class. Just because we're friends. Friends help friends, right?
Okay, all right. Because listen to me. I'm telling you, okay? There's some people over at A&I who have their eye on you, and I have your back. I have your back, girl. Okay? I got your back, and I want to bring you in. But I need these numbers.
All right. Can I roll for perception to see how much I believe Sarah?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a human perception check.
Yeah.
What do you mean by believe? You believe that A&I is a viable avenue for you, or believe that she that she has an ulterior motive?
Yeah. Is there a real possibility of me moving up?
Absolutely.
Within?
Okay. So then that's human perception. I just needed to understand what the parameters were that you were rolling for.
Right. Okay. So, human perception. This is in alphabetical order now.
Somebody's microphone is doing something evil. What does that sound? A 17.
Ant dropped out of the Skype call for me.
Oh, Anthony, you are frozen.
Oh, weird. And we are on the same internet, so that's extra weird.
He just texted me, I think something's wrong with my internet.
It's not.
Well,
Liz, terrible lie, man.
We're gonna wrap up this brief scene in a moment. Maybe you could go check in on him. He needs a lady's touch, I suspect.
Otherwise, it's just gonna come over here and sit next to me and like.
That's fine. We can work with that. So on a 17, what you gather is that she is deeply concerned because she recruited you, and your numbers reflect on her, and you know, you believe that she doesn't care about these stupid fucking classes. That she's about the mission, okay? But that she needs you to show up and put in the numbers and get people into the classes so that she looks like, so that nobody's questioning her. You probably feel a certain amount of guilt, I would imagine, but that's up to you.
All right. Well, any particular classes a higher priority than others right now?
Oh my god. Focusing on Oblivion, I'm a huge fan of that. That one sells itself practically. Focusing on Oblivion, accepting mortality, that one is great. If you could get some butts into accepting mortality, I would love that. Realizing your death, that one would be. That there's a big initiative right now behind realizing your death. If you could run a realizing your death with 7 people, I would be over the moon, Cass. I would be over the moon.
All right.
Just help me help you. Help me help you. Okay?
I'll be working on it.
Thank you. She runs her hands over the backs of yours and just like keeps muttering, and then goes completely silent and focuses entirely on her tea and pretends to ignore you.
I step back, give her a nod, and I leave.
Okay.
Before this gets weirder, I'm gonna leave.
Okay, fair enough. And for you, I'm making a weird sound.
Who's you?
You
are addressing 5 people.
For all of you. No, for zero.
You.
You know what we gotta do, Brandon Whitford? We never made your, we actually never made your, what's the word I'm looking for here? Yep.
I'm not sure.
That's fine. We never made the people who work for you. That was like a thing we had to do. Like, you have people who work for you.
Oh, right. Well, I was dead, so...
That's true.
They make their own employees?
It's
I've got my assistant.
Are they clones or cyborgs?
I have my own assistant. Her name's...
Like clay homunculus.
Her name's Gail.
Gail?
Oh, poor...
and Gail does... She
Mimi.
will... Yeah, she's my go-to. She's got on her staff... she's got a fixer, a solo, who's on our team, and his name's Jerry.
Jerry and Gail.
Jerry, Gail,
Damn it,
and
Jerry.
then I also have a net runner, whose name is Apple.
Apple. Yeah.
And
APL.
APL. And who else? Yeah. I've got my whole crew.
We're gonna have to. I'm gonna actually have to figure that out in downtime between this and the next session. I apologize.
No problem. But Fran is my go-to person. If I need something, I don't check my agent as much as I,
And it's Fran, not Gail.
Or sorry, with Gail.
Gail Francine.
Gail Francine.
Gail Francine.
Hell of a name. Yeah.
Whole thing.
Gail Francine.
Gail Francine, what the fuck is going on?
Sometimes you call it that. Sometimes you call it GF. Sometimes she's Franny. So
Yeah.
Gail Francine. All right,
Francine.
solid. So I was just gonna say, Zero, you pick up a rumor in the next couple of weeks about some of the meat that is being served off of the street meat trucks, downtown, is not maybe meat. And it's something that you feel like is maybe a story.
All right.
But we don't have time for that because you all got a message from Medusa Jones asking you to meet her today at this other location. And I'm assuming that you will all comply. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
For me, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So you venture out into the combat zone carefully. And it is, this is a pretty rough neighborhood on the east side of town. It is a disused, it used to be it's like a supermarket is what it looks like, but it's destroyed and kind of bombed out and covered in graffiti, and there's certainly no food in there now. You guys encounter each other on your way in. You sort of intercept each other, walk through these darkened, abandoned, ruined hallways all the way back until you find a lit stock room that has been repurposed. And there's a garage door off the back. And Medusa is in there. She's got her motorcycle with her, and there are, she's got some shelves with cases. Like, she uses this for she's got stuff in here. There's a computer or two. This is definitely one of her safe houses.
No, yeah. Mr. Friend makes a joke. He's like, be honest. This is just where you live, right?
Absolutely.
This is your house.
Don't ever look for me anywhere other than here, she replies.
Right.
Medusa, yeah.
Greg, I'm just going to side note you real quick. I'm going to go with the 2 eyes.
My God.
I'm going to do both. And I'm going to take the 19 or the 16 off.
Well, so if it's 2
humanity.
eyes, we have to roll some more numbers, but we'll worry about that later. Just don't let me forget. Because there's a second eye involved now. And she is kind of she's got her leg up on the car, on her bike, and she's sitting there. She's wearing her bright red leather jacket, skin tight jeans, black. Her hair is left side of her head is shaved. The right side is this whitish iridescent shock of exploding color. And she points at you guys as you walk in. She goes, "Well, I got a job for you. If you're into it." Are you into it?
Oh, we're into it. Yeah.
Last job was interesting. What do you got first this time?
Right, you did well money. You did well by that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, listen.
And you have nothing to worry about.
I've got this this contact over at Dring. You know that new company, Dring? DRNG, with the exclamation point at the end.
Would we know it?
You might. They have advertising around. They're a smaller operation, but Dring. That's how you pronounce it. Dring.
Yeah, do you have to do the thing at the end?
You don't have to, but I'm just trying to jog your memory, Zero. Listen, so I know a guy over at Dring. I know someone over at Dring, and they have a situation, a very unusual situation. It's unique. This is a strange one for me. They want me, and by proxy, you, to remove a drug from the street. Have you guys heard about Empire? New, very new designer drug. Just hit the street a couple of weeks back.
It's not really my beat, but Mr. Friend?
I've been, I would have, but I've been a little busy the last couple of weeks. What's this shit do?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't care. I haven't been out. I haven't touched this stuff. The situation is that Dring, they tell me that they A, need it off the market, and B, that shouldn't be too hard to do, since they know that there's only one supplier running this stuff, this booster gang called the Bronze. They manufacture and distribute it themselves, and nobody else has their hands on it. So here's the score, okay? My contact says that they can pay 10,000 EBs up front, okay? If for a job, and this is the job, they need you to destroy their entire operation, their factory, their base of operations, just destroy it, and bring back 30 kilos of uncut Empire for them to study, because they want to study it, I guess. I don't know. They want to take a look at this stuff. They'll pay 10,000 up front, another 7,000 on delivery, and they will provide the C9. As a matter of fact, and she opens up a briefcase that's on a little table in front of her, and you see 4 portioned, like, shaped blocks with detonators plugged in already of C9 explosives to do the job. What do you think?
Cut.
Actually, what was your refresh my memory as the DM. What was your cut last time? It was 50-50, right?
Last time took 50% and we all got 10. So I'm asking now, because she didn't cut us in all equal because we weren't her original partners.
She says, yeah, same cut. Same deal.
Is that the same deal you had with your old crew?
She gets a little hot. She says, the deal I had with my old crew is none of your fucking business, Chumba.
Ooh, it's okay. Yeah, it sounds good, right, Mr. Friend? I think that sounds good.
I want to make sure we're all getting our fair share. Medusa sat pretty in a safe house while I almost got my brain fried.
Yeah, well, how you do the job is your business, okay? Listen, maybe you're unfamiliar, but there's a little something called a finder's fee here. Would you have any job without my connect? Or, I'm sorry, do you know my guy over at Drink?
All right. Same cut as before.
Okay. Fair enough. So what do you guys think?
I want to know more about this manufacturing facility, where it is, what kind of security they've got, how we're going to get close.
Shakes your head. You and me both, babe. I'd love to know more too.
We should gather more information this time, guys.
I don't have a lot of info on this, and how you guys decide to slice and dice it, it's all up to you. But maybe your first move will be to score some Empire.
I can handle that.
Sounds good to me.
What do you do here again? What is your do?
He's got lots of money, and he looks pretty.
True.
He's a suit. He's got pull.
I'm always. It's very chic to be some new street drugs, and then
yeah.
Once the regular people start doing it, then then I stop immediately. No, just because it's uncouth.
I get it. I entirely get it. I get it. You are the worst. I understand.
He is. He is literally the worst.
All right, so I say I've been out there. I've been the street. I assume I've seen Empire. I assume I've read about it. I assume it's been widely discussed. So tell me what I already know about Empire.
It's new, and I would actually honestly say that it's a streetwise role, so I don't know that you would know much about Empire. You would know, and particularly you, Zero, that Dring had a new drug that was coming to market called Securicine. I don't know how you pronounce that. I haven't decided how you pronounce that. And that they have delayed release of Securicine.
And Dring is the competitor to Empire?
Dring is a drug company. Empire is the street name for a street drug that Dring would like removed from the streets.
Okay. And what do I know about their new drug?
Securicine. It's gonna take me a second to answer that question. It's a revolutionary prevention against disease, poison, and pain designed to the user's specific physiology.
Does it get them high?
Well, I mean, you know the press release. That's the press release.
Okay. How far is it in, do they still do clinical trials?
No. It was supposed to go to market already, and it's been delayed, actually. The press release was about the fact that it was being delayed.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll zap that press release over to Branton. I'll say you probably already know this, but you probably already have this information. But you got any additional insights here? Do you know what they might be up to?
Branton, that would be a business role.
And you're muted.
No one can hear you, Branton.
You have no voice here.
Let's see. Business.
What?
20?
Oh, shit. The motherfucker rolled a 20.
Brenton did some murders and executions.
So, Branton, you are pretty sure that you're seeing how the dots connect here. Okay? So, yeah. In your business mind, particularly because you work in the pharmaceuticals industry, you're like, oh, I see. So, somehow or another, this shit on the street, Empire, is a little too similar to this new stuff that Dring is bringing to market, Securicine, and they need to clear the marketplace so that they can own it and dominate it.
And why do they need 30 kilos of it?
Well,
that's a lot.
Maybe that's a possibility that that's all there is. Or they could take that 30 kilos and then cut it with some nasty garbage, some poison, put it back on the street under that old brand name, and it'll get banned.
Could be. I think we need to find out their motive to get anyone killed. Or, I mean, maybe it'll happen.
I'm okay with it. Also, if the money's right, let's make it happen.
I'm not looking to get anybody killed, but like maybe, whatever. I'm very ambivalent about murdering people, but I will if I have to, okay?
Man.
Look, we all gotta
sure.
Eat. It's if they get in front of our bullets.
Yeah, man. No, you're not gonna get any judgment from me. Okay, so that's what she's.
Oh yeah, friend's in. He just wants to know like if they know roughly where they are. Like he's gotta. They'll obviously have security of some kind. He's gotta find out where their data term is, where he can jack in.
Yeah, she tells you, I don't know where the Bronze are based. Do you like that name, she says? The Bronze. I don't know.
I don't know. I live with the so one metal color to another.
See,
it's
but
all
the South
same.
Steel, they got heritage. Those guys are motherfucking dangerous.
Remind me, what's the bronze?
The booster gang that's manufacturing and distributing Empire.
All right.
Sounds like we're just going to clean house. Let's do this.
Well, we don't just need to run in again because all of us aren't as cyborged as you.
We deliver to you, Medusa?
We need to do a little reconnaissance first, probably.
Well, yeah, duh. I mean, we gotta figure out where we're gonna, assault this place from, right?
Well, yeah. So I'm gonna probably party and score some Empire, and then I'll try to figure out where their supplier is, and we'll go from there.
As long as
that
we get to blow some stuff up this time. Last time we did it your way, and it was a little boring.
No, blame Trey for that. He did most of the blowing up. You would have had plenty to do, but
yeah.
And where do we deliver this package? We deliver to Medusa?
Another safe house.
She says, when you have the package, I'll have an address.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
I put my hand on her shoulder. Don't worry. We'll blow stuff up together.
Sweet.
Cassandra, don't forget that Vitalik Vasilych Fyodorov has connections to dangerous types.
Yeah. A different booster gang, but yes.
True. Yeah.
Not to derail anything, but was
Sorry about that, guys. I accidentally hot clicked us into a different scene, and I did not mean to do so. Sorry, not to derail anything, but was Letty able to do what the?
figure anything out about
Cardinal.
'cause that's what I sent her. I sent her out to do info gathering.
Yeah. So Letty said I couldn't. Basically, she was like, "Look, when you start looking into, hold on, let me put on her voice. When you start looking into that, babe, when you start finding out, when you start looking into whatever it is you've got your hands on, that hot shit that, I don't know what is it military grade AI? I don't know. There's too much interest. Too many people looking at you, asking the question. You follow? You savvy?
I do.
Right.
Be careful.
And so, Cardinal? No, I have nothing on Cardinal. Dangerous shit. Arasaka. Everything you've heard, that's what I've got.
All right.
And
figure it out. I can't just let this slip by.
just be careful.
I'll do my best. Yeah. All right. Cool. So fast
People
forward
of the
back to where
United
we're
Kingdom, I am sorry. Yeah. So that was a retcon. That was beforehand.
Yeah. I just,
Whoa!
there we go. Whoa!
K-Pack
Big ol' raid.
Amaru with a party of 49. Wow. Thank you so much. I'm going to strobe my collar in your honor. This is the strobe button.
Seizures.
Do you feel honored?
I hope they do.
Okay. Thank you so much for swinging by, Kapak, Amaru, and Raiders. You guys are very cool to do so. All right. So we... so what's your move here on trying to pick up info on the Bronze? By the way, somebody said it in the chat that it reminded them of Buffy. It was.
Well, that's the title of the nightclub in Buffy
Oh, is
in
it?
Sunnydale.
It's
that was where they would. That was where all the kids would hang out after school.
Oh,
they would
wow.
get like they would non-alcoholic drinks,
Oh, wow.
and somehow like really famous bands would play at the Bronze.
Oh, wow. To me, one, it was kind of like a random. I used a random name generator, and something close to that came up, and I thought the Bronze would be cool. And two, in Mad Max, the first Mad Max before the Road Warrior, they refer to the police as the Bronze.
Goes to?
The Bronze.
Is that where Goose goes to?
Goose.
Yeah.
No, it's not a club. It's just what the slang was for the cops, the Bronze.
Yeah, I just remember the Goose went to some weird nightclub.
Yeah, he did. Where you're gonna ride the licorice highway.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a real wild, weird ass song. And I'm not sure what it like. There's
the Licorice Train, by the way.
Licorice Train. What is that about? What?
Anyways. Yeah. No, I'm gonna go. So yeah, it was the Bronze was the club from Buffy.
I didn't realize
that. Yeah. Well, you don't like Joss Whedon stuff.
I hate Joss Whedon. I wish he would go away.
Yeah, we don't want to go down that rabbit hole right now.
Let's go down it. But I did watch season 1 of Buffy because I liked its Monster of the Week format. Back when I was a sophomore or junior in high school.
Y'all Buffy for a little while in high school. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, I feel like it's a thing you did.
Yeah. You know, he's a giant Buffy fan, but isn't on this stream. Meredith.
Meredith? Oh, she is? She and I could talk then.
She's like a Buffy nut.
Fan. I love Buffy.
I bought her like some Buffy
maybe.
anthology book.
Yo, the Hush episode, right?
All right.
The Hush episode 1 and 8.
I know, yeah, it was the best. All right, so Cyberpunk, let's do this.
Back to this, friends.
Buffy.
So Joss Whedon is not great. Michael Lightning, I will fight you about.
No, he's not great.
Stop. Chat.
He's not good at anything.
Just egging him on.
He's just good at having weird, malformed baby teeth. He's got like the teeth of a baby, and it creeps me out.
Cyberpunk.
Tiny little baby teeth in his tiny little weird mouth.
Hey, for the Cyberpunk.
That is about Cyberpunk. So, moving on. He's a peanut head. So what's the move here? What are you guys gonna do? I had assumed
I'm
that
gonna buy drugs at a party.
At a party? I would have thought the night market.
Okay, night market. Let's do it. I like that plan.
What should we be doing? Should we just...
I want to go talk to Vitalik.
Yeah. Vitalik Vasilich Fyodorov.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does anybody want to come with me?
Yeah, I'll go with
Yeah, I'll go.
You guys have a shop together where you make dangerous things. Correct?
We do, yeah. Things that shoot and things that explode.
Exploding, shooting things. So you're in the machine shop there, and it's a it's an old kind of disused concrete warehouse, half basement. It's sort of halfway submerged. You step down to some steps on your way in, and there's usually a couple of like pools of like stagnant water on the concrete floor that kind of come up through the ground as the when the tide is up or when it rains a lot, because the water table rises and it comes up through the concrete, and there are like sections of like gross looking paneled window that let in sort of filthy light. You've got a metal lathe and drill press and CNC machine and cybernetic biomechanical circuit printer and all of the machinery that you require for making very dangerous toys. And Vitalik is at the lathe working on something, just metal shavings flying everywhere. Who knows what he's up to at the moment. Wearing, he's got on his lower half, he's got blue tracksuit pants, and he has a white, what do you call that, tank top on his upper half. Like flip-flops. He's wearing flip-flops. He's wearing flip-flops.
Pants?
Yeah, and his
That's a D&D
Get
thing,
this
man.
stream back on track.
Yeah.
What's the pants situation?
Pants I told you guys, it was track pants. It was like tracksuit, blue
Roll
pants with white
perception.
stripe up the side. And then he's got like what you can
velour?
see kind of like through his tank
shit,
top.
velour?
What you can see through his tank top and up his neck is that he has got some kind of a cybernetic spine, and it's got all kinds of weird wires that kind of branch off of it through his skin, and a lot of tattoos. His head is very closely shaved, and sort of, if it grew in, it might be blonde, it might be red. You're not really sure.
Oh, man.
So I walk in and I say, Vitalik, did you add something new to that spine?
He very slowly, he turns off the lathe. There's like an incredibly long amount of time when he acknowledges your presence, releases his foot off of the lathe pedal that makes it go, reduces his hands to his sides, brushes some metal shavings off of his chest, slowly turns around to you, leans back, eyes wide over you and your two guests, and then says, "No."
I guess it's just the light in here. It looks good. I wanted to talk to you about a couple things. First, let me introduce you to some new friends. This is Rabbit.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. My friends call me the Rabbit, so you can feel free to call me that if you wish. But it's very nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you, little baby girl. So nice. You are very beautiful, little baby girl. Please stay away from me, sex offender, 4 states.
Okay, that's a lot. I'm just gonna step back. It's just like, okay, all right. I'm just gonna hide behind Cassandra now.
And this one's Zero.
Yeah.
You don't like.
Yeah.
But look at his beard.
He leans in really close. He's like, "Don't like you." And he leans back. Okay.
Yeah.
But his
You're
beard
entitled
is so
to that.
good.
So I wanted to talk to you.
It's bullshit, by the way.
Whoa.
I'm
What?
not sex offender. I use frame job. Just for my own safety, you stay away. Okay.
You really like to talk about that.
No, I hate
So-
talking about it.
Well, I mean, you brought it up twice. I mean, I just met you. You can
It's bullshit, I
reel
tell
that-
you now.
that in a little bit. I understand. Yeah, I agree. Yes, let's just move on.
Moving on.
Interesting
Jeez, okay.
character trait pick, Greg.
Just see her
Very
start to-
interesting.
She just slowly puts her hand on the whole on her gun.
Yeah.
Like,
Did I mention Rabbit's a solo? She's got a lot of potential.
really good with that.
Very talented with the weapons she's got.
Yeah,
And I give Vitalik a look like,
he's very good. I
You
hope you
know.
find inner peace and stop killing people soon. But in the meantime, I will sell you napalm, bomb, explosive, sniper rifle, smart submachine gun, electric knife, whatever you need.
Just a little drool.
and I say, Rabbit, he is talented. So if there's something you're in the market for, I do recommend it. However, that's not the main reason we're here.
What if I give you the money? You could buy it for me. I don't want to get any closer. Just get us some grenades. We're gonna need them.
Reasonable. All right. So I go, well, we're probably going to need a few grenades, but...
Ooh, and fire bombs.
Ooh, yes. Yes, and fire bombs.
Chuto and milk jug with the plastic bag. Yeah, it's easy.
I also wanted to see if you knew anything about a booster gang. One that I haven't dealt with before, but maybe you have.
Could be the Browns. Upstart jokers. They are, how you say, losers. How did you hear about them?
I found out about a possible job. Not for them, but it involves them.
He gestures at you with his metal chisel. You're cutting me in.
How could I not? Of course. We're co-workers after all.
Thick, thin partners. Sickness, health, love, death. Ups, down, bedroom.
Are you guys married? What is he saying?
Hold up. Maybe not
Is this
that
your husband?
part. No. No.
What's this about love and death?
He's dramatic.
Scary.
Maybe get used to him. But keep your hand on that gun.
He just like kind of winks at you and just steps back a little bit.
So what have you heard about them?
What does he think about them? They're holed up somewhere on the east side, in Flophouse. They move in, move their drugs in the night market. Hotheads, like very macho, like kill for fun. Good clients for you and me if we can get in there.
I don't know. I feel like they may not last long. You say they're new, mostly moving drugs. What kind of drugs?
I got this, I don't know, new shit. Their own thing what is it called? Is papery, holy see, what do they call these?
Vatican.
Yes, they call Vatican.
What does it do?
It makes you hard, no feel pain. You go crazy. You lose your mind. You kind of have no sense of self and no pain. Something like that. I don't know.
They make it themselves, or do they get it from someone else?
Oh.
You say they're in some flop house. Do they move around?
First I ever hear of them.
Alright. How big are they?
You get me tiny donuts?
Tiny donuts?
I asked you for tiny donuts last time I see you. You bring tiny donuts?
Oh, I
With
can
the
run and get
chocolate.
those for you. I can run and get them. I'm gonna tug on Cassandra's like, I can go and get them.
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
want. Me too.
Go.
Okay.
Just
go.
Yeah,
Greg-
she's gonna go get them fresh.
Greg, can I buy poison?
Now, while you're out for donuts?
Yeah.
What kind of poison do you want to buy?
Rat poison? I don't know. Like as a solo, you tell me. Like, what would I?
Wait, I just need to
Yellow.
understand, is your mission to purchase poison for the donuts right now?
I'm gonna poison the donuts.
Okay, so that's you're gonna need to nail a 20 on Streetwise.
Okay.
So let's see a roll, because you don't have a lot of time. You have to go out and pick up donuts and then also pick up poison at the same time in the span of a conversation.
Like if I'm passing the store,
like you're just hoping to
like...
casually find a poison seller.
No, listen, I'm thinking like, okay, like, I'm going out to get these donuts. Like I know I have at least like 10, maybe 20 minutes to get
That's
there
not a lot
and back.
of time.
No, it's not a lot of time, but I know if I'm like looking for a specific drug that'll do the job.
Yeah.
If I overdose it and I find it along the way, kind of deal.
Like,
all right, I'm gonna roll
in the
it.
middle of the day.
Yeah. Roll your Streetwise.
Oh, I got a 16. That was
16.
close. That was so close.
You pick up a bunch of it's a supplement. It's ginseng cut with khat from Africa, and so basically it's speed, but like real low grade speed.
Ooh, now that gives me an idea.
You
What
might be
about,
able to just jam a bunch of that in there, but it's like real leafy and green.
No. What about like a downer? Like something that'll get them real like.
No, that's what you found, man. You found that. You went to the gas station and you found the supplements.
Okay. Like the horny goat we.
Yeah, you had 7
Greg,
minutes. You had 7 minutes to find donuts and drugs.
Okay, then no.
Greg, is this stuff called chance?
First off, that was Truckers Love It, Luvit, and it came in a gel pack, and it was 400 milligrams of ephedra, and it made me not sleep for 22 hours. Yeah.
No, listen. If that's all I find, then I know I'm gonna get caught doing it, and I'm not gonna do it. I need to be more subtle about that.
Classic story, real quick. Zero and I were driving from LA to New York, and I stopped to pick up some stuff at a truck stop, and we were driving, and I said, "Hey, pass me that thing to help me stay awake. It's called Truckers Love It," and I tore it off, and I sucked up all the gel, and then Zero read the label and said, "It says you're only supposed to do half of this in a 24-hour period."
Later, Greg.
So I drove from California to Missouri on my shift.
Oh, it was
Yes.
on the way back.
Okay.
It's crazy.
It's true.
Yeah. So if I didn't get anything that's gonna go down like solid, then like nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna park.
It was not a very successful poison hunt in the middle of the day.
It's okay.
While out.
There's always the
There's
racket.
always options. There's always options.
Okay. So yeah, I get back with a bunch of donut holes and just hold them up.
Yeah. Okay. He's good, I think.
Shotgun the glazed ones.
So, did you have any other questions for Vitalik?
Yeah. Anything, what's been new in the area? I haven't stopped by in a while. Anything I should know?
Oh, boy. He, like, puts his thumb up. He's like, Old lady upstairs have lots of friends come around all day. Lots of noise. Kind of makes me feel, how you say, sick to stomach. Old lady with all them people. And for money. That's been going on a lot. I've been trying to work the lathe because it drowns out the sound as much as possible. So he points at the ground. There's like 35 rifle barrels. I've been making lots of rifle barrels as a result. I'm very happy that I sound like bad imitation of old country grandpa. Is better than bad imitation of something else. I had notes, actually.
Sorry, I just remind me of Grandpa Joe.
Well, in that case, I'm doing it right. I mean, if I actually remind you of Grandpa Joe, that's high praise.
It's just like a shitty imitation of him. You don't look like Grandpa Joe.
I mean,
you're a lot younger. That makes me feel better.
Yeah,
I mean, he's dead now. No, that happened years ago. It's fine.
I've heard some Grandpa Joe stories, so I mean, I hope I don't look like Grandpa Joe.
Yeah.
I won't tell them. They're your stories. I won't tell those stories.
I've shared a little bit on my stream. My Grandpa Joe was a Holocaust survivor. That's a whole another thing. Anyways, let's get back to Cyberpunk.
Yep. What was I gonna read up? Death PM. That's what I wanted to read up on my notes on Death PM. I forget if somebody else has a. No, I don't think so. I don't think anybody else is connected to Death PM. That's right. Yeah. Ooh, boys and girls over in Death Afternoon, they are planning a big job. Need lots of booms, lots of bombs.
Always been an ambitious group.
Yeah.
No idea where, so I can avoid being in the wrong spot?
They said, but I was not listening. They talk too much.
Maybe I could meet up with some of them, see if there's anything else they need. If I've got a little extra time after this job. Where do you think I might be able to find some of them?
Oh, as usual places is around. You can meet Ripper. I can set you up a meeting with Ripper anytime you wish. He is main man, good friend, Ripper.
Yeah. When I finish up this job, I'll stop by again. Maybe we can go out for a drink or something. Ripper.
Yes, Ripper. He is in recovery, so not alcohol.
What was it?
Fine.
Recovery. He have drinking problem. His whole life is a blur, blackout. I help him a lot. Get him into Narconon to get straightened up. He's really focused on killing people now. He's great. His beautiful story. He used to have a lot of problem with losing his focus and drinking.
Admirable. Yes, I'd like to talk to him when I get back from this.
Okay.
I might have some opportunities for him.
Okay.
Okay, I think we'll head out. And what was it that you needed, Rabbit? You wanted to buy some explosives, didn't you?
Well, I think for this job that we might benefit from some grenades, firebombs, perhaps.
Yeah.
Sometimes buildings need to burn.
They often do.
Rabbit is locking eyes with this guy. Like.
All right. So we're gonna buy few firebombs, I guess.
Okay. He without blinking, he looks back at Rabbit. He says, I sell you my firebombs. You're going to use on people. They're going to burn. They're going to die. Haunt your dreams. Keep you up at night. Destroy your soul. You seem good kid. I hope you get on the right path. But also, fuse is very specific. So don't be careful when it goes off.
Don't be careful when it goes off. Good advice. And how much do I owe you?
We'll work that out in downtime because you actually don't need it. He's gonna make it, and also this character is, I mean, in mechanics terms, a component of Cassandra's character. So realistically, it's probably Cassandra has to make a weapons tech roll check to figure out how many bombs she can make and stuff like that, and we will calculate that. But it's good to know that you guys want fire bombs. Can I?
So on the way out, I just say to Rabbit, don't listen to him about the haunting dreams of people on fire and murder. I've found there are ways to.
I just
really
heard sex offender.
Well, there's that too. Yes. No, that's real.
Is he a really good friend of you? I put my arm around you and like a little bit more serious than normal. Like, are you guys really good friends?
We are really good colleagues.
If he turns up dead tomorrow, will you be sad?
I would be very inconvenienced.
All right, well, I'll wait for that time to pass. A man like him does not need to be here.
There are a lot of people that don't need to be here.
Well, why do you think I carry this? And then she pulls the rabbit out, and this. Like, duh. That's what I'm here for. And she just starts walking.
Learn some skills that would make you really appreciate your role in making sure some people don't stick around.
I knew we were going to be really good friends. Let's get this job done.
All right.
You selling her some classes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. 2 doomsday cultists.
I see potential.
Rabbit's going to be the one that sits there in church just like, I'm here for a friend.
Wait till you get into the essential oils. Absolution, it really just empties your soul. Then you smell the scent of absolution.
No essential oils.
See, these essential oils you can actually ingest.
Those oils made their way into my real life, into my home. They were there. They were a part of it for a while.
I mean...
No. Just, my partner, she figured out it was a scam and backed out. Now she's like, I got all these fucking essential oils. What the hell do I do with them?
Oh, she bought, like, the crappy ones?
No, she's got good ones. She just doesn't use them.
So, anybody, that was a cool scene.
That was rad.
What?
And as we walk away, I totally tell you, it was like, yeah, I maybe sort of tried to poison him with the donuts, but I just couldn't find the right drugs. So I apologize for that. But I guess I'm glad we're having this conversation now because I was totally coming back here to kill this guy tonight. So
I'm glad you waited. We really got to talk about timing.
I'm always bad at that.
She's a real go-getter, Cassandra. She's got a lot of ambition. I mean, this is somebody, she's perfect. She's just right. What is the plan to sort of go to the night market here? I mean, I want to know what's your next move in terms of tracking down Empire?
Well,
As I
was going to go to the night market.
Unsheath a knife. I don't know why. It's just a nervous tick I have.
Yeah, wow. That's not scary. So yeah, I was gonna go to the night market and hit up all my usual dealers and see if they had a hookup with the bronze and if I could get my hands on some Empire.
All right.
Bear in mind, who likes to do lots of drugs and hack computers.
Oh yeah.
For I am Hacker Man.
For I am Hacker Man. Does anybody else go with Mr. Friend to the night market?
Yeah,
Zero,
probably Zero. Yeah, I can almost guarantee Zero's with me. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes or no on Branton? Branton's a pass, or?
Yeah, I'll go with.
Cool. All right. Boys night.
Boys.
That's weird. Yeah,
Boys
it's
night.
weird to me that your party breaks down to boys versus girls, so that we know it's fair.
Hey, back in D&D, I was on girls' team. Girls' team is great.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with it. It's just right now it's boys' night.
Okay.
Boys' night.
So as you guys three enter the night market, the night market is a it's started. This particular site was a leveled building. It was an empty lot that the city had more or less abandoned, that is connected to a couple of alleyways between high rises. So it's in the shadow of some like very tall buildings, like 100-story buildings. And it was originally like an abandoned lot, construction site, but after this night market was established, over time, the night market, the stall operators, because that's what it is, there's a bunch of different stalls. It's a bazaar is really the term. It's a souk. Anybody can come in and stake out turf and set up and sell their shit. They have built it up. There is electricity. Imagine like tents and like little stalls and strung lights, like bulbs and glow LED rods up at the corners. Hundreds, just like swarms of people. It is incredibly crowded. It's the middle of the night. There is what's the word I'm looking for here? Like street vendors selling what do you call it? Noodles and meatballs, and noodles and meatballs, like fish balls. You ever have a good fish ball soup? Oh my god, I fucking love it. There's a Thai place near me that does
so
fish ball
good.
soup. I fucking love it. When I ordered it the first time over the phone, they were like, "You sound very white. Are you sure you want this?" I was like, "I do," and they like tried to warn me off of it. I was like, "Okay, very good." And there's guys on like bicycles, like selling, whatever things. It is just a hive of activity, and there are various. The city. It's just packed with people from the city, cybered up or not. Leather, very cool looking. Music is playing. There's also, it's pretty obvious that there is, various poser gangs. The Kennedys are present. That's a poser gang who have gone through extensive body sculpts to appear to be various members of the Kennedy family. Four Bobbies are here at the moment, identical in every possible way. And so it's a scene, okay? How do you want to handle that? It is a press of people. There's a couple ways we could do this. We could make it a simple roll, or you could give me some direction on where you're going, and I can help me figure out what we're rolling here. What is your mission?
Well, like I said, I would probably go to my known sources, and you said it's like a big souk, right? So it's like all these tents. I would be looking for. Yeah, I knew.
Sure. A moment, please.
I will also look for a familiar face. I may know all sorts of people who hang out in this sort of area.
I know no one here.
So, you don't reach out to Letty on this one.
Sorry, repeat that, Greg.
You don't reach out to Letty on this one?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I would ask her about it too. But I don't want to abuse that. Like,
Sure,
I don't want to. She's got work to do.
Branton, can you give me a perception check?
Sure. Love how these all went 9 alphabetical.
Yeah. Makes it so much easier.
Does it? You rolled a 9. We're working on actually separating them into different tabs for like social skills, combat skills, so that's even more kind of pared down.
That's cool.
Hi, Particle Pants. What a name. A 9. Okay. Far across the crowd, exiting another alleyway with his friends, you notice a familiar face. You think it's Ryan Moore. You're fairly certain that guy was just leaving the night market as you guys kind of enter. There's no capacity for you to move through the crowd to intersect him if you had any desire to do so. He was here, he is gone. That is the extent of that.
Okay, I start freaking the fuck out. I don't want to be anywhere near Ryan Moore. I start rubbing my my right eyebrow and kind of like picking out individual eyebrow hairs.
Branton, are you spazzing? What's going on here?
I just saw an old colleague of mine.
Yeah. What are you, like, yacht rivals? What's going on?
That would be great. No, he used to work over at Symbiotech with me, and we were both up for the same position.
Did you fuck him over? You fucked him over.
Well, it was between him and me for junior executive.
So it'd be like reaching to us right now. We got that guy over here.
Yeah, I grab your collar and I slam you up against the wall. And I pull out my machete. Okay, and I put my machete tip of the machete up to your throat, and I say, doing that would be not in your best interest.
All right, man. Duly noted. Suit's got some teeth.
Some serious.
Wow.
Do you carry that machete 100% of the time? How have I not noticed that you don't have a machete on you, man?
I picked it up last.
I'm not gonna say anything. It's just good to see that you got motion.
I show everyone a picture of who I'm talking about. His name's Ryan Moore. I might have convinced his wife to have sex with the janitor at the...
Oh, wow, dude, you're bad.
At a company meeting. He's trying to murder me. And he's got some really dangerous friends. So, if you see him, let me know. Because that means we need to move.
I mean, he's over there.
No, he was leaving. He was leaving the other side of the night mark.
Oh, all right. Okay. So, like, next time I see him, like, don't tell him about you. To be clear.
Yeah, that'd be great. Really would appreciate that. Thanks so much for being such a good pal to me.
Thanks.
That's why they call me Mr. Frank Bratton. Why they call me Man.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. Whoa, man.
Two people would hate each other more working together. Delightful.
I'm not gonna lie. I did not. Just out of character, I didn't expect you to volunteer all that information on the spot. But sure.
Yeah, like honestly, Mr. Friend is so amazed at his candor that he's like, yeah, all right, great.
Wow.
I was joking about the yacht club thing. What you said was like way darker.
That would be cool. All right. Roll. If you're specifically here to look and score Empire, you need to roll Streetwise.
Okay. Roll Streetwise.
My God.
What insanity was that? I love it.
Wild, man.
It's crazy.
What'd you roll?
22.
Cool, because it was a difficulty of like 5, because they're not trying to hide it or anything like that. Like, it's a perfectly legal thing to do to sell their drug in the night market. You find the Bronze. You find a couple of gang members, and they are. There's 4 of them at in one of the like they found a little corner there they've set up, and they've got their like a table that expands out of a suitcase. It's like a suitcase with legs that like, drops down. And they're standing behind it, and there's these 4 members of the Bronze, 3 dudes, 1 girl. They have really distinctive cyberware that is like green mottled and like green and copper modeling. Like it looks like ancient pitted bronze, like tarnished bronze. In some places it's just black. And maybe it is actually bronze. And other than that, they wear like black motorcycle leather. They're very clearly there's a dude there who is in charge. His hands, both of his hands are completely replaced and cybernetic. He's wearing tight black leather pants, motorcycle boots, no shirt, and his whole torso is just like, you can see like weird lights under his skin at like sort of odd times, like as if like weird organs are like alerting and checking in and going back to sleep at various times, and all kinds of weird like greenish copper colored wiring in and out of his skin, and his hands are slightly larger than they should be, prosthetics, metal like hands, and his hair, you can't really see his hair because he's wearing a helmet. He's got like a one of those helmets that's just like a nose guard and then like 2 slots that come down over his face, and you're not sure if that's actually cyberware or a helmet. And he kind of stands here and gestures in your direction. How much, my man?
Well, my mic was muted.
Your mic was muted, my man.
Yeah.
By 30 kilos.
No. Enough to get us flying tonight. Would I know roughly the dosage out of character?
You would probably buy doses. You wouldn't necessarily be like 100 microliters of your finest street drugs.
No. But like, does it come in tabs, pills? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, fair point. It comes on jects, which are small single-use auto injectors.
All right. You got a bulk deal on jects?
How much you looking to score, Chumba?
10.
He chuckles. I got bulk. That's not.
No,
Whatever.
no.
Whatever.
Like, you know what I...
Yeah, sure. I'll hook you up. 10. Fine. And he says that's 150.
Fine. I pay it. I'll take it out of my account.
Yeah, he shakes hands with the right, and then shakes hands with the left over the top. And in the right, he takes your money, and in the left hand, he slips you the injectors. So my GPU just went bananas. I wonder why.
All these sweet, sweet drugs.
The other two that are the other three rather in his gang have all various variations of devil locks. If you guys are either Danzig or Misfits fans.
No, I know exactly what you are talking about. That's friggin' wild.
Devil Locks.
Yeah.
Miss Friend has a mohawk now. Because
So
I have a
cool.
mohawk. I decided he's not bald.
Okay.
If you wanna raise hell with me, I can be you.
That's pretty good.
Mother!
Oh man, that song. I hate that song
Why
so
would you
much.
hate that song?
Why?
Because it's so overplayed.
Why
It's
would
so
you hate that
It's not
song?
even worth it.
Danzig
Why
is
would
the
you
man.
hate that song?
No, Danzig.
is the man.
First of all, Misfits, Danzig, yes, but Michael Graves, Misfits, is so much better than Danzig, Misfits. It's just where I'm standing on it.
You're gonna lose
Throw that out
experience
That's
there.
a
points.
hot take, John.
Okay.
That is a hot take.
That's,
I'm a big guy.
You know what really grinds my gears?
You
The
know what
song
really
Mother.
grinds
It's
my
so
gears?
overplayed. It play on the radio all the
what
time.
really-
It's
First
done.
off, what you listen to the
Put it
radio? What are
away.
you like what is this like
We
1998?
used to play it on the radio all the time.
You're still pissed off about stuff that was
Like,
overplayed on the radio a decade ago?
I'm a 6-year-old man. We put the radio on and we just listen to random songs all the
That
time.
sounds
They go,
dangerous.
"Mother." Yes, all the time.
You shouldn't just be listening to random anything with a child. I'm very careful about curating that shit. It's
What,
Weird
you
Al
like
all the
classic
time.
rock? What do you mean it's Weird Al all the time? What?
Yeah.
Like no classic rock? Like nothing?
I do not want
What
my
about Billy
child
Joel?
listening to boomer rock.
Boomer rock.
I have a cat.
Right.
You just
Cyber-
like it's just
Has a
Q1043 in your
Yo.
house? That's incongruous. I don't buy that.
No. My God, we're gonna fight about this till like 4 a.m. But let's get through this.
Songs are about drugs.
I'm so hot. Yeah, I'm getting fired up. Look, my eyes tearing. All right, I'm twitching. Led Zeppelin, Rolling
Yeah,
Stones,
like-
The Who. No,
No.
man.
Definitely not Led Zeppelin. The Who, maybe.
What? You don't like Led Zeppelin at all?
Beatles.
As a
I
human
really,
being?
honestly, personally, no, and I don't want to derail this whole thing, but no, I don't fucking like Led Zeppelin.
Okay. Sorry.
My head's gonna
Boomer
explode.
rock. Add that to the list
Boomer
of
rock.
Joss Whedon's that will send Greg into a frothing rage.
I'm not frothing. I'm unfrothed.
You'll get frothed. If we went down that path, there would be frothing.
All right, let's do this.
All right. What happens next?
Cream's all right. Somebody said in the comments. What happens next? You have drugs. What do you want to do with them?
Yardbirds.
Yeah, I like the Yardbirds. Are you doing them here? Are you like,
Well,
are you dosing yourself in front of them,
No.
or are you going home with this shit?
No. Now we do reconnaissance. We back away from them. We know where they are. We know how to find them. We try to see where they
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
That's the next step. I'm not like, I'll give these to Curtis and see if he doesn't die.
Okay.
It's like feeding food
like
to
a
the
true
dog
friend.
first.
Mhm,
He's
like a
my
true friend.
canary in a coal mine.
Jesus, that's fucked up. You would do that to your friend.
I told you he's a living keepsake. I told you in the email.
That's brutal.
Mr. Friend's not a nice person.
Yeah, that's true. Well, guys, 1 o'clock is usually where we call it, and this was a roleplay heavy session, but I'm pretty happy with it, actually. It was a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Oh, that was fun. That was good. A lot of character development tonight.
I was stoked with where this went. So when we come back, we will be tailing the bronze. I just need to know, will you be looping in the ladies? Or, I mean, like, I'm trying to figure out time-wise. Is this all happening at the same time?
Like, I would hit them up on, I would send a message to their agents being like, yo, we found them and we scored.
And just
Empire.
so
yes, I would.
Just so I'm aware, what is the status on Cardinal in the when you're not physically with it? Is it just at your house there in your apartment?
Yeah. I left it with Curtis, and I gave him very explicit instructions, like Ted gave to his brother to look after Napoleon when they went.
Wow,
time.
What a reference! Amazing.
I gave him very explicit. Deacon, this guy's super important. Yeah, so I did that. I basically was like, that box can't leave this apartment, and neither can you. Wow. You have to make sure that you're awake and with this box until I get back.
Wow. Oh man, that's heavy. You're not allowed to sleep anymore, bro, because I brought something home.
I literally told him to take stims before I left.
All right. Amazing. Guys, this was our Cyberpunk RED session. I haven't kept count, but this was like 4 or 5. I'm not sure actually.
That's 4 or 5.
4 sounds right.
Something
I
like
think it's
that.
4.
Yeah.
And this is what we're doing. We're doing this. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We have been Liz as Cassandra, the Tech, Zero as oh shit.
Anthony?
No, you know
Anthony?
what?
Zero as
I rolled
Anthony.
some stuff for Zero, but don't worry about it. I'll bring it up next session. I forgot. We Chapter 2, Session 1 says Hammer Spaceman. No, I think that's accurate. Or yeah, Chapter 2, Session 1. Zero, Anthony as Zero. Ari David as Mr. Friend. John K as the Rabbit. And Ari Rubin as Branton. Thank you for the follow, Vocom, is what my alerter says. All right, guys, this was, I really enjoyed this session. No combat. I apologize if you were really excited to watch us move little pictures of people around and roll dice about it. But
no, this was some good. This was stuff. Stuff happened.
I was
cool.
thrilled with the way this went. So, thank you guys so much. We will be back this time next week at 9 p.m. Eastern at this very channel. What is on your shoulder there, Zero?
It's
that's
my
right. You
shoulder
have
animal.
a bioengineered rainbow miniature tiger that lives on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes.
This whole time?
Yeah.
And
Well,
you-
sometimes he goes into my pocket.
I mean, if somebody brings that up, like Mr. Friend goes, "Oh, you guys can all see that too."
Yeah, he's got a small, he's got a tiger that's about 4 or 5 inches long, sort of like a sugar glider, but it's a tiger, and instead of stripes, it's rainbow colored, and it lives on his
That's
shoulder.
messed up, man.
Yeah, because I mean, if the rabbit saw that, that's literally the only reason she would like you as a person, so she could play with your little rainbow tiger.
Sometimes
Wild
it hides
man.
in my hair.
Oh yeah, Werecat just plugged me hard. Yeah, follow my follow my stream
Anthony,
if you want.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Ari is now an affiliate, so like I think it is internet law that if you're a subscriber of this channel, you must now also subscribe to his channel. I'm not sure about that. I will check with my lawyer. I just wanted to respond to Wildman107. Whitest kids you know went to the same college as me. I just barely missed like going to school at the same time as them, which was a bummer. So that's really cool. I didn't know they were doing role-playing games. That's awesome. I was a big fan of their show. But This Is Literally Hell was probably their best sketch. But anyway, guys, yeah, check out Ari's stream. I will show up there from time to time, and Liz
is true.
is providing legal services if that's a thing you need.
For the second we step out of line,
and
yeah.
Of course, Anthony is
we'll say something wrong.
What the fuck do you do, man?
Yeah, who are you?
Street scribe in real life.
Anthony wants you to register to vote. He designs
there you go.
how furniture goes into buildings or something. I forget. He explained. That's not important. None of that's important. John, if we were still allowed to get married, John would take pictures of your wedding and also other things. But also, hungryfoxminis.com, right? Is that right? .com? hungryfoxminis.com. They will
Instagram's
print
the best way to follow
your
me.
three-dimensional terrain and maybe other stuff that you need printed. I'm not really sure. I don't want to make promises.
Pretty
You will
much any
print the
3D
3D
stuff, but we, we're specializing in the terrain. Yeah,
printing.
3D stuff.
3D printing with Hungry Fox Minis.
It's good stuff, man.
Check it out.
Come check it out.
And of course, Mr. Ari Rubin, where can they check out your shit, man?
Tell us about the pimple popping.
National Geographic Wild, Disney Plus.
Yes.
Check it out. It's called The Incredible Dr. Pol. It's really gross. It's really fun. And I've been narrating that show for a long time, for many, many seasons. And a new show just started up. It's called Popping Up. And that right now it's a 3-part series, but it's all about pimple popping for animals. So like abscesses and animal pus bursting out of it.
I'm riveted.
Gross.
And I talk about it.
I'm riveted.
So tune in.
I'm riveted.
Yeah, tune in. The promos are hilarious. So
all right, guys,
check it out.
Well, thank you all so much for playing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the follows. I can't reply to this chat room at all times because it would derail the game. So please know that you are seen. I am watching. I am always watching. And I really, truly appreciate everything you guys have done to make this all work. So I'm going to call this party the Breakfast Club. So this is the Breakfast Club saying good night, Gracie, and we'll be back next week at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Good night, Gracie.